Good morning. Beautiful. Gondolas are already going this morning. This is a great location for the hypercenter. I mean, the peak is literally breaking through. That's not Mont Blanc, but that is another peak. Here we go. We're breaking through. Look at the sky. Absolutely incredible. It's almost like, look at this little window of heaven opening up. Oh, come on, Lord. Let's move these clouds and open it up. So beautiful. Thank you, Lord. Little birds running around. Look at, there's a little bird on my table right here. So again, very, very nice and quiet. I think it's almost 8 o'clock in the morning, but it's like really quiet. Absolutely incredible sitting out here. But this is absolutely peaceful. I'm just talking with God. I'm looking at this beautiful view. Yep, it's breaking. Oh, that's incredible. Okay, I need to go get my other camera. Making my oatmeal right now. The clouds have broke over the entire peak. You definitely could get used to this right here. I wonder how much a condo like this would be. Good morning. Beautiful. I tried my hand at an Americano, and I think the espresso is definitely the ticket. The Americano doesn't taste exactly like a coffee shop's Americano. I didn't put too much hot water in there, but I love the frothiness of the espresso machine. The Nespresso's is absolutely delicious. Okay, it is stunning out here this morning. Looking absolutely fantastic. There are some clouds covering the peaks though, unfortunately. So I'm glad we got that shot, but it looks like they're kind of moving through a little bit. And this property in front of me is absolutely gorgeous. They have a big, beautiful trimmed hedge. It almost looks like a maze. Again, I'm on the 3rd story, which is nice, but they do actually have, I think, 5 stories here at this each building. A little bit chillier today. I think I'm going to grab my jacket. Gondolas are already going this morning, but I think they're just for operational purposes or for the employees. So this right over here is a hotel. This is where, I mean, it's a beautiful place. It looks absolutely stunning, especially for summertime as well, with that spiral staircase that goes from maybe their restaurant area all the way to the top. Absolutely incredible. And then let's turn you around here so you can't really see the peaks, but the clouds are still covering it, but that still is absolutely incredible. So hopefully those clouds will break before we do leave and check out this morning, but it's beautiful seeing the steam coming off some of these buildings here. Back of my neighbor here in front of you, that one old house. And then here in front of us, so I just found out last night that this park right here, where this guy is walking his dog right over here, and this park actually is where the paragliders will land during the summertime, which is absolutely phenomenal. And so you have units over here as well with maybe a little bit bigger or maybe the same amount of balconies. There's like no furniture out there. I wonder if people, just have, this is their little chalet condo. Those properties, whatever that is over there, I think that's condominiums. I think you can check into those, maybe a hotel condominium. And then the big ski chalets right here. If you want to be right in the hypercenter of town and rent some big chalet like right here, then look right next to this paragliding park, which obviously I don't think the paragliders land here during the winter time here. And I'll try to get the name of this hotel. It's like Le Poissons or something like that. But where I'm going, the parking lot for the gondola is right there. The parking lot is literally probably a 3-minute walk around the corner. This is a great location for the hypercenter, not to pay for parking and just literally walk over there. I'm pretty sure there's probably a back route through those homes right there where you can get to the gondola. So I have to actually go there and probably park today. There's the church bells for, I don't think 8 o'clock. I don't think it should be 8 o'clock quite yet, but let me be quiet for a second, see if you can pick that up. Absolutely stunning. I didn't hear any church bells earlier this morning, so maybe those are the first ones of the day, and I didn't hear them last night. My white noise machine actually went off last night. Yeah, we got a local right there. He's jogging. He's jogging in shorts. He's jogging, is he jogging straight up the mountain? Just jogging up the mountain in shorts, man. Setting his Garmin, Probably not going skiing today. Today is Sunday, by the way. I actually found a Christian church to go to. I think it's just going to be too much to get get over there, check out, get all my stuff packed. But I'm gonna check it out. I think next Sunday. But yeah, that guy's just jogging straight up the mountain right there. So again, if you want to stay in some big chalet, you're gonna pay big money for right here in the Hypercenter. That's for sure. Like this big chalet, that one has, I don't think anyone's there right now. It has blinds covering up every windows. That's typically means that nobody's there. But that chalet probably right here in the Hypercenter, you would be paying probably maybe $800 a night, I think, ballpark, somewhere right around there, for something of that size right here in the Hypercenter. Very, very expensive. But the company Mana Homes does offer, very close to my next chalet that I'm going to, they offer pretty monster chalets in this area too. But again, you will definitely be paying the price for it. Oh my goodness gracious. You can see a peak breaking out of the clouds. It doesn't seem real because it's so tall and it's so up there. Like if I was back home, that would probably be a 30,000 plus foot mountain. I mean, the peak is literally breaking through right here and the sun is hitting the peak of that peak. That's not Mont Blanc, but that is another peak. Here we go. We're breaking through. Look at the sky. Absolutely incredible. It's almost like, look at this little window of heaven opening up. Absolutely incredible. Oh, come on, Lord. Let's move these clouds and open it up. So beautiful. Thank you, Lord. Little birds running around. Absolutely incredible. So a little hack for you here. If you do stay at this location, I actually turned off my bedroom heater last night and slept very, very nicely because it's not too chilly and the heater's right next to the bed. So I just turned it off. I set it lower, but then I just turned it off and I slept really, really well. The bed is very, very comfortable and you got $1 billion views right here. $1 billion views. Again, this is probably it's not chilly. It's literally, I'm in sweats and a hoodie right now, but it is a little bit chillier than typical. And I do love the under cabinet lighting of the kitchen if you just want something subtle, especially at nighttime. Look at, there's a little bird on my table right here. How cute is that? Make sure he doesn't hop in the house, but oh, he's so cute. There he goes. So again, very, very nice and quiet. I think it's almost 8 o'clock in the morning, but it's like really quiet for a Sunday and absolutely fantastic. Again, the bed was very comfortable. I think I need to get a softer bed. Both beds have been softer and it's just easier on my muscles, especially after workouts. My bed's more of like a firm, medium firm memory foam. And these ones are just soft springs and they're very, very nice actually. Oh my goodness. This bird literally just landed right next to me and then took off. How beautiful is that? What is that thing? There's this like huge metal thing behind this BMW right there. I wonder if that's somehow like they're going to tow it or something like that. I don't know. That's kind of weird. But anyway, cool location, very cool location. And if you are wondering, didn't hear my neighbor at all last night, which was really nice. Slept great. We do have some snowboarders coming up and they're getting ready to rock and roll a little bit. All ready this morning for first trails. I've never been one of these first trail kind of guys, but sometimes, teach their own. These guys are Russian right here. And it's 8 o'clock in the morning and they got like a little Bluetooth speaker just pumping music. 4 Russian dudes. Oh man, what a beautiful Sunday morning. Praise the Lord. Again, this property in front of me is absolutely incredible. That's the bird right there. But look at this maze hedge right here. You got to take it in. It's absolutely stunning. I don't know where they must be getting their equipment, renting their equipment somewhere. But the house over here, let me point this direction. But the house over here, look at the chimney on top. I don't want to like film their windows because they might be up this morning. But their chimney is absolutely gorgeous for a nice wood fire. But yeah, that must be a kind of a shortcut if you want to take the back way around. So these guys like walk this little pathway here next to the park and then right through here, and then they must be going over there unless they walked over to the snowboard shop and they're staying at the hotel. I'm not really sure, but anyway, very, very beautiful. I'm pretty sure that's going to be open today, the little beginner thing. I think this cat guy, I think that's what he was working on. I think that's going to open up today for kind of little beginner. This is kind of the training area right here for ski school. And then you walk over the gondola. And this is, I'm sorry if I've never mentioned it, this is Brevent ski area, and then the gondola goes way up there. So you actually are, this is the Mont Blanc side. So now we're actually going to be over here on the other side of the valley, and that goes all the way to the top. So these mountains right here, you actually have to get over the crest of this, just to get to the monsters up above. It's nutter butters, right? So I can't wait to get up there. So there's a road back here. I don't see anybody parked along the edge, but I'm gonna try to find a free option of parking. It's not that big of a deal if you do have to park at the Brevent parking lot for like 6 hours. It's like €8. First hour's free, and then I think it's like €2 per hour, and then I think it jumps up to like €2. Yeah, I think it might be €2 per hour. But anyway, someone posted on Google reviews that it was like 6 hours for like €8. So the road behind those places right there I just pointed to, where I temporarily parked to come down, there's a bunch of parking like up against the trees, and unfortunately I am checking out of this place, but there is a road that goes up and over, so I'm gonna see if I can park along that edge for free, which a lot of people were doing yesterday. If not, I'll pay the €8 and we'll go ahead and just park. It's covered parking. It's a 2-level parking structure, and people say that there's always spots available even in the prime wintertime here as these guys are getting ready to ski. I wonder if Brevent opens up pretty early. I don't think so. I think it's like 8:30 still, but these guys want to get first tracks for sure. Might be their first day out. Rookies. All right, as the sun's breaking, let's get some coffee and some devotion time in. And the big glass slider does have, I think this might be just manual. I'm not going to tug on it too hard. It doesn't come down as easy as I thought. I don't see a remote control either, but you do have your storm shade and shades there to black it out if you want, as well as the bedroom window does as well. You just have to open up the window and kind of, I think, tug on it for it to go all the way down. Now, something to keep in mind, don't shut the slider all the way. I don't know if it latches or not, but I'm not going to be testing that out this morning, that's for sure, especially if you don't have your cell phone. So when you do close it, just make sure that if you're coming out here and there's nobody else inside, there is a push button. But, again, I'm not going to be testing that just in case you slammed it shut and then it goes, or something like that. I don't think it would, but just be a little cautious of the slider. And that's a newer slider, I'm pretty sure, and it's definitely nice for noise. Absolutely incredible sitting out here. And that must be a shortcut by the back of the hotel. Yeah. So I can see the street over there. So it's a great shortcut going behind right over here. So you walk that path by the park and you go behind right here, and that cuts down to the street right over here. And I just saw a woman coming back with her croissant that I saw when I first walked out here on that balcony. So she must have walked into town to a coffee shop, grabbed a croissant, and if I had more time for sure, I definitely would do that. But the next location, again, it's going to be just outside of the city center, and I'm glad I did that. This is very, very nice. And it's really nice to people watch, actually. It's really nice to, see joggers. I didn't see that at the last property. If you want absolute seclusion, I never heard any of my neighbors. I saw like a couple of them washing dishes and having dinner one night. Besides that, nobody. Even the next door neighbor, they had like 3 or 4 cars parked out there at one time. I didn't see anybody. I never saw them one time. I never heard anybody. If you want absolute seclusion and peace and quiet, go to Mana Homes 7 Summits Chalet. It'll be linked in the description box below. But if you want the more action, if you want to be able to just walk literally probably a couple minutes, this location is great. My next location, it will be, I think from, it shouldn't be, because I'm like I think I'm right above the city center, like right in the main hub, that street where you can't drive down. And my other location, I think people on the reviews were like, yeah, it's only like a 8 or 10 minute walk. If you're walking slow, I could probably do it in like 7 minutes flat. And a 7-minute walk is nothing, to be honest with you. But this is absolutely peaceful. I'm just talking with God. I'm looking at this beautiful view. Just spend that time. I want to go grab my camera and take photos, and yeah, I'm gonna do that in a few minutes. But just take the time just to talk with God. Ask him, just tell him your dreams. Tell him he's a big God. He can handle it. Talk to him about your dreams. Talk to him about your family. Talk to him about your work. Talk to him about your relationship with him. Ask him what is required of you. Ask him what he wants for your heart. You're going to miss this view. So just grab yourself a cup of coffee. I'm in Psalms 126 right now. Just read Romans 10, I believe. And now I'm going to head back and finish up. I didn't finish it yesterday morning. Isaiah. I'm going to reread Isaiah 64, 65, and 66. That's what the Lord's speaking to me today about. And it's about waiting on him. Again, the camera won't do it any sort of justice, the lens on the camera, but God is an incredible master painter, that is for sure. And not to mention too, not only is this an amazing balcony, even in the summertime, this would be absolutely stunning, but again, for you folks that are influencers that need to take photos with your products that you're reviewing or doing sponsorships with, this balcony overlooks this direction as well as the hotel right here. And you can do a nice little photo shoot going out the backside, or tuck yourself in this corner here for that shot I just showed you, or get someone to take your photo with the right angle coming up standing in the corner. So, or just literally go to the park, get up there with the evening light or morning light. Yeah, they're working on the thing right here. These are the employees that are going to be opening that up in a little bit. Man, people from the hotel are checking out early. They must be, it's Sunday, so they probably stayed for the weekend, probably people in France, and they're going to drive back home, or, you know, maybe groups of friends or something like that, but they're checking out pretty early. It's only like 8:30 in the morning right now. Definitely not checking out right now. I'm going to enjoy this place till the final minute. Again, on your portal, they do have the option of checking in early as well as checking out late. You do have to pay a fee for that. I believe it starts at 20 euros. It might be 20 euros for all their properties, for the bigger properties, because what happens is check in like 2 hours early at 2 o'clock and you'll pay a $20 euro fee. And then if you want to check out late, it's 12 o'clock and it's like, I think starting at a 20 euro fee. The reason why they charge is because they have to then, you know, especially in a big property, they would only have 4 hours to clean the place. So they charge you so that they can just like maybe get more people to come in and just quickly, just 4 hours. You know how, I mean, goodness gracious, a big chalet, 4 hours to clean the place? Goodness gracious. Tubs and showers and toilets and, you know, all that sort of stuff. Definitely possible though. Definitely possible. Yeah, folks are out here taking photos, getting that shot as the blue sky is breaking, the peak is breaking. Hold on. So I think that's 8:30. We got a little chime on the bell. But look at the sky breaking now. Yep. The top ridge is breaking right now. So right there is Adieu du Midi. I'm pretty sure that's it, unless it's over here. But Mont Blanc should be right there in front of you. Let me go ahead and point to it right here. Then we have another peak over here. And so that should be Adieu du Midi. And this view is worth every single penny. And again, if you get like 3 or more nights, especially in late March, mid-March, I think even April as well, it's a very reasonable rate. It might, you know, differ from time to time, obviously. Yep, it's breaking. Oh, that's incredible. Okay, I need to go get my other camera. I know I've said it a lot, but I really, really love this camera for the microphone function and how easily it connects together like this. It's absolutely phenomenal for shots like this. So if you were vlogging on a DSLR, you would have to have a lavalier microphone. You would have to have a shotgun microphone, but you couldn't talk this low. That's what's so nice. I was literally on the balcony or on the airplane just talking like this, and the audio is going to come through just beautifully here. So making my oatmeal right now. The clouds have broke over the entire peak. You definitely could get used to this right here. I wonder how much a condo like this would be like remodeled, kind of freshened up a little bit. And the biggest refresh they did in here is, you know, floor, tile, kitchen, absolutely stunning. And then some tile in the bathroom. But this is probably the main overhaul right here, which wouldn't be that bad because I think this is just like an IKEA kitchen, but it's so nice with the colors. And this is just like butcher block. This isn't, you know, quartz marble, but it has the backsplash, matching backsplash. Very seamless, beautiful as well. But I wonder how much, especially in the hyper center like this with a car spot. I don't know. I definitely think a little one bedroom like this shouldn't be too expensive. I don't think it would be any more than like 400,000 euro maybe, or something like that. maybe even cheaper than that. I'm going to look into that because the Airbnb model, especially like because Chamonix is so like it's such tourist friendly, if you want to diversify your portfolio and invest in real estate, I believe Mana Homes does have criteria for their homes where every single one of their listings is like a refresh. So because this is a remodeled, and they might actually, like, if someone gets a hold of them, I don't know, but maybe they're like, hey, we know contractors to come in, we'll do a tile job, we'll get it ready. But the Airbnb model, especially in Chamonix, is really cool. Poke around on Mana Homes' website and all their properties. Again, I was looking at a lot of properties before I started booking with them. And the reason I booked with them was just the convenience factor as well. Their properties were absolutely beautiful. They were very kind. They gave me 20% discount on the properties to review them for YouTube. And I'm glad I did. And you know what? That's absolutely awesome because I get a discount, and for offering me that discount, I'm very thrilled with their company, and I'm reviewing their property. I'm vlogging about their property. But what I'm getting at is the Airbnb model where, yeah, you'll have to, taxes are going to be a little bit more interesting, but I think you might, the get in is going to be, I think, a lot cheaper than obviously some like mountain town in Colorado. Like you can't touch Breckenridge right in the heart of Breckenridge. Like this would be probably in Vail or Breckenridge, right in the Hypercenter where their gondola is a couple minute walk. Like this would probably be maybe like a $800,000, condo, maybe even upwards of like, it's an older building. So probably around like 800,000. Shouldn't be $1 million. Vail, maybe, but I don't think prices are that high for condos. But they're up there though. They're very expensive for Vail and Breckenridge. We were looking at a fixer-upper that's like you would still have to walk a good distance or drive to the lifts in Breckenridge. And this like fixer-upper was like $900,000. And we're like, what in the world? A fixer-upper in Breckenridge. Absolutely mind bonkers. Little pecans. Little cinnamon. We're gonna put some peanut butter on there, maybe a little honey today. Got my espresso. We're gonna head out there, finish my devotion time. Oh, we gotta put banana on there. We gotta put all of the fixins. Maybe even have an orange this morning as well. I do have to be careful. Sometimes I get in the zone and I just start praying and reading the Bible, and then I'm like, oh my goodness, the time went by kind of quick. I do need to go back to the grocery store, so I'm gonna do a little bit of research, find out where a good grocery store is. If not, literally, the grocery store I went to for all this organic food is probably from right where I am, maybe like a 8-minute drive away, and that would technically be in Luge. So I would not be that far away. Okay, I'm really enjoying this, but I do need to move a little quick. Got 1 hour till checkout. Clouds are broken. Sun is coming up over this peak right here. Look at that, come on. Look at that, church bells in the background. Absolutely stunning, folks. Absolutely stunning. That sun coming on the balcony right now over the peak. It's now like 9:05 a.m. Feels absolutely glorious. It's going to be a beautiful day today. Thank you, Lord. The clouds are broken. That's where we're going to be skiing. So there's still some clouds over there, but that should burn off. God willing. We'll be praying hard. All right, we better get cruising, get some bathroom time in, and check out. All righty, we are checking out. We do need to put the keys back. You are able to get out of the garage once the keys are back in here. We don't need to use the key fob, but a little hack for you here is leave that bottom door to the garage cracked. Hopefully a neighbor doesn't shut it all the way, so you don't have to take the stairs down and wander around the parking garage. You can go directly by that again. Okay, we're a few minutes past overdue, but luckily the cleaners aren't right on time. Beautiful, comfortable bed. We're gonna do one quick little check over. We'll put our keys back and we'll get on out of here. It's a lovely day today. Alrighty, so just put the keys back. You fiddle the thing, so obviously people don't know you're there. Hopefully this door is open, which it's not. A neighbor came, so I gotta go back up, and then I gotta go down the stairs, because you don't have the keys open up that door. Kind of a pain, but not really. We'll go downstairs, we'll wander around the parking structure, we'll find it, and then when you back out, you gotta lift up that little parking thing so no other person takes that spot. I guess I didn't have to come all the way up to the second floor, but it is what it is. I'm just used to hitting that button. It'll take a day to get used to the lights and the elevator and parking structure, but not that big of a deal. But, okay. Now the cleaners probably have to, let's see. I think I have to go, I'm not really sure. So I'm gonna exit and remember to turn that little handle at the bottom there. Oh my goodness, it's absolutely fantastic. Beautiful day today. Okay, so if you're gonna do this route, what you gotta do, I think, there might be a different route, but I'm gonna go over to this little hut and that will lead me down to the parking structure. And the cleaners, kind of misting a little bit with some clouds, that's what you saw, but absolutely stunning. Okay, so we're gonna go down here. There's another one over there as well. Might be a little closer, but hopefully we don't have to wander around too much. Oh my gosh, how the heck do I get down to my car? Shoot. Hopefully I didn't lock myself out. The instructions didn't say anything about having to go down or park back on the street and then go back up to the lockbox. That'd be kind of a pain. Okay, a little bit of a pain, but I got the keys back out, opened up that door a crack. I did it very quickly so no neighbors would come. All right, it's open now, and sweet. I'm able to get out of here. And there are lights as well. I just didn't know which ones to turn on, but there are more lights than this. It is a little, dark-ish down here. But good thing the cleaners haven't come yet, so we're out of here. But again, we have to put up the little parking thing. Alrighty, park and stall thingamabobber is up, so nobody else parks there. Bathroom towels were on the ground, and let's go ahead and get on out of here. See, here are those cages, but I guess for security, they keep them locked. Kind of reminds me of Brazil, to be honest with you. Hey, if that Volvo can get out of here, we definitely can as well, especially look at this van over here. That's a big van. That thing barely fits. Okay, you can exit without your key fob, but remember, if you don't have the key fob, it better allow me to exit without the key fob. Oh, come on. Seriously? I gotta go up and get the key fob. Oh man, they didn't say anything about this. So I gotta go park on the street. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, a little con of the place. Definitely getting out. You need the key fob and you need to kind of retrace your steps all the way over again. Goodness gracious. Okay, nice place. Little inconvenient for checkout purposes. I'm gonna be definitely honest with you there, especially with having to do that. So probably shouldn't have swung it around all the way. Let me back it up over here real quick. And no, I'm just gonna have to block their garages real quick. Run back upstairs and then go in the front door after I park on the street. Definitely a little bit of an inconvenience. All right, let's get this done here. I wish I could just follow somebody out, to be honest with you. Okay, was able to follow somebody out. Didn't have to go all the way back up. Praise the Lord. Okay, now, again, this is the street parking where you're gonna have to do that. Definitely a little bit of an inconvenience like I just mentioned. Not the end of the world for this place, but, well, especially if all this parking is taken, unless you can like squeeze in something like that, or, put it in over here with your hazards on maybe, but you're blocking something, or just go up here on the sidewalk. But see these people with their bags, who knows where they're parked. So one little downside to that, and I'll put that in my review as well. It needs to be a little bit more, see these gals, where are they going? Down to the train station? Looking all gussied up. Again, you could come back up to the park if you wanted to. A lot of people checking out, so I think people were here just for the day. Oh, hang gliders. Yes. Yeah, they are landing. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on one second. He's landing right here. Look at these hang gliders. Another guy up there, and they're coming in for the landing. How cool is that? Oh man. Yeah, that's a great spot to see him. Look at this, coming in for the landing with the church bells going right here as he just hang gliding. And then this guy way up there. Look at how gorgeous it is with the sunshine right now in this park. And here he comes down for the landing. I'm gonna switch over cameras here. Absolutely incredible. Oh, that's a view. Good night. Muito bom, gente. Look at this guy right here. Literally, the Airbnb was that building right there on the corner. You could be on your balcony with an espresso watching these guys land. Absolutely incredible. Just beautiful. That backdrop right there. I mean, come on. Sky's the limit, folks. Sunday morning, Lord's Day. If there is parking right here, but there's only like a few stalls and a handicap, so do be careful of that. I literally am on the corner right here with my hazards on as this guy is coming down. Just wild. Watch him. Is he gonna get what? Oh, maybe they illegally, why are they whipping through so fast? I'm not sure. Maybe they illegally, he's running. Maybe they're not supposed to land here and the cops are coming. Yeah, he's grabbing. Roll it up, let's go. Let's go, hurry up. All right, we're working our way to, okay, there's a hiking trail right here, which could be a mountain biking trail as well. So there are tow signs
back there towards like kind of that roundabout. But this is where I parked yesterday, right here. But that white one was here, and I was over on the left-hand side. This is the way to, this is the back way to the Brevent ski area. So people are just pulling over on the side. So we're gonna go up here, and this is where your private chalets are down here. Those really, really nice ones. And Sunday morning, oh my goodness gracious, hold on. I gotta get the shot. There's nobody coming. That's what's nice about a Sunday. It's really mellow. Everyone's kind of having a lazy morning. Okay, look at the shot of the hotel. That was next to my Airbnb right there, and then the mountains. It's dreamy. So anyway, this is the way to the Brevent parking area. That's a 2-level parking area. That was a special treat, thank you, Lord, to see that. Again, this would be a big walk if you did want free parking. Again, only like 8 euros or something like that. Not too bad of a deal at all. We'll see if there's anything like street parking wise. But yeah, big nice chalets up here. And then here is your chairlift, little cafe here. A couple parking spots there, but that's not for, and then a little private street, I think. So I think you just drive underneath here, and then we'll try to figure this out. So definitely easily walkable from the Airbnb. Okay, there's trash. So I need to throw away my trash. And I think the parking, yeah, there's the parking structure up there. So here's the roundabout. Here's a really easy place to throw away your trash. And then gondola access departure. If you're walking, just go in there and then go up the stairs. So very quick walk if you take the shortcut. So we're gonna throw away my trash. This is a great little area too if you're picking up someone, or if you just need to put on the hazards and have someone wait. I think the buses come here, take some photos, and then give it a go. So let's throw away my trash real quick. Again, here's one of the free buses with the Mont Blanc Unlimited Pass, or just pay a small fee. That thing was packed, dropping people off for the gondola. Let's go find the parking lot now, which is just right around the corner. All right, right around from the trash, Le Brevent. And then it says P for parking. Let's see if we can get to it this way. We might not be able to. I think we might have to go around, but let's figure it out. I think this is the way. Yep, right up here. And it looks like there's a lot attendant as well, which is nice. But again, this is a covered parking right there, 0 to 2. It might give you a 1 hour free, like a lot of the Google reviews stated. So you grab a ticket, and then gate opens, and then you got parking not right here. Let's see, that says full. So we're gonna have to go to the top area here. So the covered area is full, and there is an attendant. So let's cruise this way. And then obviously there is the upper level, which I have. Let's see, does that say? Oh, okay. Looks like this side is open if you want covered. Let me see here. I might go up to the top here, see if I can find something underneath the shade. Well, there's actually quite a few. Nevu 2, there actually might be 3 levels. Oh, cool. Okay, this is covered up here as well. The third top level isn't. So there's a bottom, and it looks like there's covered here. So let's go in here. And from all the reviews, it says 1 hour's free. Okay, sweet. All right. Whoops, I think I'm going the wrong way. Anyway, we'll back it in. So it looks like we are good up here. And I'm gonna go ahead and for security, I'm just gonna set myself right over here. That way that keeps my olive oil nice. And I'll also crack the windows just a little bit to get some fresh air in here as well. And then, you know, this is France. This is very safe, but just in case, I'll put the shade up, you know, to kind of block anything, you know, from being seen. I'll put my parking pass on my dashboard so I don't forget it. And let's go rip Brevent. Again, that's easiest. I'm kind of one of those nickel and dimers, I'll be honest with you, where I'm like $8 for parking for 6 hours. I don't think I'm even going to be here 6 hours. And also my new spot I'm going to is like literally 5-minute drive from the spot we just left. So again, this is March, plenty of parking on the second level. Absolutely fantastic. Again, I kind of like to be, you know, away from everyone else. They don't see my stuff. I can put on my boots. Don't, you know, have to worry about dings on the rental car. Anywho, 10:42 took a little bit of time to check out, but we are good now. Let's strap on. Let's go rip Brevent for a little bit. Always utilize the bathrooms as well as some sips of water before you do vacate the premise, and your boy is gonna get a haircut tonight, that is for sure. Very simple, take the stairs down, and then you're just gonna literally walk back the way you entered, and then we're gonna jump on this gondola right here. We're gonna head up that mountain. Oh, more paragliders, because it's just still, it's beautiful right now. Beautiful mountain chalets, big fancy ones up here. So again, lower parking. I'm not really sure what that's about. A little key key thing? Oh, maybe you pay there. Okay. So I think maybe you pay there, or I think you should be able to pay right here. So you can, I think, prepay if there's a line, but let me show you here. So yeah, you push this and then you scan your ticket right here, and then I think you can, yeah, you can insert your credit card right there. So we'll be testing that out. So it looks like you have a potential opportunity to prepay, not prepay, but like get it all taken care of. So your ticket is scanned and then it automatically goes up, so you don't have to sit there at the exit gate. All right, so beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I already heard some Americans, little charging area right there. Oh yeah, but it was kind of roped off, so maybe that's just for them. But electric chargers right up there. And we're gonna get you some prices today. We're gonna get you some prices on what the fee is. And again, they let you take, I think you might have to pay for it, but I think they let you just, yeah, I've seen like every mountain, I've seen people just up there taking the gondola, taking pictures. And okay, it looks like there's luggage storage down here as well. Express purchase pass, people taking photos. Here's your ticket counter right here. I'll try to zoom in, but we got 4 hours 61, 1 day here 71, $1.50 cheaper here, but I have the insurance as well. So if you're coming here, yeah, you saved $1.50. Wait, hold on a second. Ski Pass Mont Blanc Unlimited, 90 euro. The Chamonix Le Pass 100% ski, so $90 for the Mont Blanc Unlimited 1 day. See, I'm a little bit confused with the prices. So this looks like I could save money. I don't know if this is just a Mont LeBlanc Brevent or if this is part of the Ski Chamonix Pass. Family pack is only $279 for 1 day, Mont Blanc Unlimited. So I could be saving money here. But regardless, I'm gonna be utilizing the gym. Okay, there's bathrooms right over there. Let me go hit that. We'll jump on the gondola here. And okay, there's very small lockers right over here. Let me show you. So you grab some lockers right over here. You can get your pass right over here, or here, your pickup pass for Mont Blanc Unlimited. Little coffee refreshment station right here. Bathrooms right over here behind me, and then the gondola right here. Okay, Brevent Ski. I'm gonna botch the pronunciation of that. I'm gonna try to get my own gondola. Here's the paragliders right here. If you want to rip this, again, I'm gonna try to get my own gondola before these guys come. Let's go, baby. I've only been in one gondola that has the little board tucker-inner out back, and I think that was at Luge. So here we go here. Looking absolutely ready to rip. Shred Betties are up on the mountain. A big Japanese group, I think, right over here. Very cool to see. Organized group, super clean facilities, clean bathrooms, sunshine. Look at they're taking their photo. Big photo right there of the group. Super clean and convenient. Parking is literally, I'm literally parked right here. Guys are showing up. Again, 3rd story parking as well. So it's actually 3 stories. And that's just somebody, you know, people are parking up on top right there. Again, you could try to nickel and dime and try to find some street parking and hoof in 10 minutes. But for the convenience factor, I think we're good to go. Okay, so this mountain paragliding, I think I'm gonna do it for sure. There's definitely different sessions and there's different price product qualities, but let me go ahead and face this direction because this is so much better while we're talking. So paragliding, I think the cheapest option is like 120 euros, and it's like a 15 or 20 minute descent. And then, so that's another, okay, big parking lot over there, wherever that is, going up that direction. I'm not sure what that side is. So we're looking at Adjou du Midi and Mont Blanc, right up, I think that's Mont Blanc, maybe the peak of it right over here. So paragliding is like 120 euros, or you can do a really super long one, I think for like 180. It's like 45 minutes, and I'm like, nah, you know, 45 minutes in the air, sure, that'd be cool, but I'm just down to get some GoPro. So like, if I do it, I'll probably just do like the 20-minute, 25-minute. Okay, so what was I talking about before that? Okay, so there's the Richard Bonzen Sports Park, where there's ice skating track. Looks like there's people out there right now, and it's next to this lake, and there's a gym there. Okay, there's another field over there where the paragliders are landing. So if you want a tight landing, you go to where, see, there's the hotel literally right there, and the Airbnb. And then there was another field over here with the paragliding where they land. So if there's enough snow, you actually can ride all the way down to the valley on this mountain. But as you can see, it's pristine. Look at how beautiful this is. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious, this is a view because you're in the valley now and you're looking at everything. Another paraglider coming in. right over there. Forgive the scratches of the gondola. Gondola. Yeah, see, there's the Richard Boson. It's like this like swim area, gym, and you will have access to, I think, 1 activity per day with your Mont Blanc Unlimited. So again, that will save you a little bit of money. I don't know if it's like, I think ice skating is like $6. Gym might be $6 to 10 euros per day. I'm definitely gonna utilize that at least several times. The hotel next to my Airbnb has a pool and it's open and I can see the blue water. Absolutely stunning. That was a beautiful, oh no, I'm sorry. The hotel where the Airbnb is right here and that's the hotel. I'm looking at a different like chateau hotel. And then this thing over here looks like a castle. Let me switch over cameras. Oh, there's a big soccer field over there. This is stunning. All right, switching over cameras. Forgive the scratches of the, look at this. Look at that place right there, like a castle. This is the one I was talking about with the pool in the back. And then that is the hotel right next to the Airbnb. And then my Airbnb, like balcony was literally right there where my finger was just a second ago. That's where the paragliders came in. And then the Richard Bonson gym, track, ice skating is all right here. And then let me show you Airbnb, gym. Airbnb, gym. 2-minute walk. Absolutely incredible. This is wild. We're literally in the valley. Like I'm in the valley, but now I'm going up like a sheer ascent of probably like 4,000 plus feet. Like the valley is right there. Oh my goodness gracious. Now we're like up in the clouds. This is a trip. Ladies and gentlemen, how beautiful. It's actually getting a little chillier. I feel it getting a little chillier. Oh, it's actually snowing. Well, it's not gonna stick very much, but just like right here for a split second, it's kind of like flurries where it's just, you know, probably too warm to stick. But that's wild. You're sweating bullets literally 10 minutes ago or less, and then you're coming up. And this is where we depart right here. That wasn't too long of a gondola ride. Okay, we're on number 3 for avalanche warning. That's not bad. Okay, we pray for safety. So anyway, yeah, doing a little bit of snowing here. A little bit of snowing, but it's just a big cloud right here, that's why. And then, that is beautiful though. And then you got a little drink and pizza right up here if you want. And let's go ahead and look at this gnarly view, which would be absolutely insane. Okay, so here's another cable car. That's gonna get you even higher where you might be able to ski that bowl. You got toilets up here on the top. Let's see, beginner area is that way to the left. Blues are going that way. And Frigi, so it's Brevent. So you take that up, so we're gonna go that one now. Or if you wanna connect over to Frigi, you go down that direction. Their altitude is 2,000 meters, and it's gonna be absolutely incredible when these clouds break, but that is absolutely insane, the valley right there. A beautiful restaurant right here. And then again, we're gonna go down to, there is, yeah, see there's toilets there. And man, what a cool view. I'm gonna have to grok, find out how, let's see. I'm gonna have to find out how high, what'd I just say, 2,000 meters? 2,000, typically it's 2,000 times 3 is meters, but it's sometimes a little bit over that. But all right, we're gonna jump on this cable car, which we're gonna have to wait for the next one, unless we can quickly jump in this one. It is still open, so let's jump in. Clouds are burning off a little bit over yonder here because we're up so high. That's Chamonix Valley. Let's take a little look at this, little look-see at that elevation drop. Yes, do. Get some of that gondola. We got some snake tracks coming over here. Look at the valley shot. Insane. Oh, conditions are ripe up here, man. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, this is crazy. When these clouds burn off, it's gonna be unreal. Beautiful view here. It's nice when it's not so cloudy. You can kind of see the trail a little bit better. Snaking around down here. That's where we came from. A couple different routes down. That is gonna be absolutely incredible when that burns off. There's a gondola we just went up to, super unique. So I'm gonna rip down some of these runs. Looks like everyone's kind of coming this way. Looks like maybe beginner friendly that way. And then your main trails this way here. Let's go look at the sign. Brevent. We just came down from that right there. Beginner area is that way. This is where we came from. That's where the gondola is. There's your coffee shop. I need to get a map Okay, Brevent, is that definitely wasn't it. But it does connect over here, so yeah, there's your chair lifts. So we're gonna go try that. We need to grab a map. Is what we need to grab. BEA beautiful. We're gonna head back up here again. Rip on down right here. And we're gonna maybe get after that one next. Head up there. And even though it is snowing just a little bit, conditions here are a lot better. It's not slushy quite yet. So you're able to carve really nicely, and you can go off piste right here, off trail, kind of do some doodads, do some skips and jumps and bumps, and have yourself a little hoot. Go get yourself a little stoop. This is a great little learning spot right here, this little itty bitty hill with a butt tow rope right here. And then we ditch off right here. But you can definitely learn to ski and snowboard right here, but you gotta get to the top of the mountain first. And then that's where I drop down from with the cable car if you want to go all the way. I think that was all the way to the top down there, and then you meet up here and then head that direction there. So on the gondola, met a couple dudes that speak English. I think one might have been English, and then told the other guy, I was like, hey man, I'm from Colorado. He's like, dude, I'm from Golden. That's up like north of Denver. And small world. So he was out by himself, so was the other guy. They met up on Facebook, I guess, like, hey, I'm like in Chamonix. Anybody want to ski together? So let's go rip this one more time. We'll go down to that other, oh yeah, this is the area right here where I saw in another vlog here, coming down from restaurant altitude 2000, and they come down right here, and I think they get off of that chairlift there, and then they unlatch. Okay, so I want to catch them going off that, man, so I might do this a couple times and see. That's your takeoff spot right out here to rip it, and that's going to be absolutely incredible. So it's going to take them a little bit of time to get set up, put on their helmets, outstretch their gear, then they're going to give it a rip right there. So here's someone that paid for the services right here, and she has her own kind of like cushy pad here. And so she's gonna do it with them. Just personally, I prefer to do it on a clearer day. So if you have to do it, you have to do it. Too windy, you won't be able to do it, but try to keep your speed right through here as well, so you don't have to push this direction. And then there's this thing that you can get up right up there. So again, that's what I saw on the other vloggers, that little launch area, and I would wait till a sunnier day to partake of that. Man, oh shoot, I could have, okay. I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna connect through this bowl, and then you can connect here if you want to go back down that way, so you can crush through the bowl. Okay, do I need to go back that way then instead of going up here? Let me see. Yeah, let me go. What's this? Brevent Friggy access Friggy. So we take another cable car. Oh, okay, maybe that's Friggy. Maybe we're still on the Brevent side. I'm gonna do that again because I want to go through this bowl right here off piste, and then you can connect. Once you understand what's going on, this is cool. So again, right where I was taking my photo, then you go through off piste here, connect down here to this trail, and then go back to the same chairlift we did before. This, I mean, it's not powder, but super fun to go off piste. You could even go a little higher if you want. Cool little boulders through here. And if you knew where you were going, you could probably go here too, and then connect. I don't know where I'm going so far. It probably goes there. Okay, here's the lift. So it connects there. We're gonna go do that action once again. Yeah, I think that is the cable car to Friggy, Brevent. I'm gonna go this way, and then I'm gonna cut down into the bowl right here. So when you see the sign that says Friggy, Brevent, TS Chalon, and Tetris, go this way, punch into the bowl right where you see this guy is, past this big rock, punch into this bowl, come back around, hit this lift one more time, and go back up right there to the picture spot. Yeah, I definitely not really sure about learning to ski right here on this kind of sharp mountain, to be honest with you. I think that side right here is, I'm gonna botch the pronunciations, Federgy. So I've been pronouncing Luge, wrong. It's Lazuz, almost like you pronounce it with the H is like a Z. Lazuz is how the locals pronounce it. I think this is the north side of the valley. Right here, you can get a little sneak peek. Oh, this is gonna be incredible when those burn off. Incredible view, sharp, beautiful, incredible views at Brevent and Friggy. I'm just gonna call it Friggy until I'm corrected by someone. We're gonna work our way down, probably to that lift. Check it out, head down this direction here. But again, yeah, I don't think I'd wanna learn to ski on this hill. It's not very sharp, but I just wouldn't want to. I'd want something a little bit more mellow as you come down here. All right, let's continue on. Incredible, incredible. That's what's so awesome about Chamonix and Les Ouzes and Saint-Tropez, Mont Blanc, is you just get different views. And once those clouds burn off, like I said, it's gonna be unreal. But it's like not cold. Like my hands are out of their mittens and I'm good. I'm in my light jacket and I'm good. Sky is the limit. All the mountains so far are fancy. This one seems like it's a tad bit more kind of together with like restrooms every top of like the lifts and stuff like that. So a little bit more. This must be, I think this is their most like popular mountain. And so it's a little bit more put together, it seems like, as in just bathrooms here, cafe here. I mean, the other ones had the restaurants and cafes on the side of the mountains. Absolutely. Again, if you want sharp views of the valley, come to Brevent and Friggy, if I'm pronouncing it right, which I'm probably not. And we're gonna come back here probably again tomorrow, just for the views. If not, I'll wait till a sunny day and we'll come back here because I want to see all those clouds breaking. And voila, Monsieur Perry. All right, let's find another little cool little path to take. Yep, I think this will do. So now we're going off piste in the middle of this bowl. I think this is the route I took last time. It's not really powdery, but super fun. A couple little hops, skips, and jumps around here. Just explore a little bit off piste. Let me put the camera down and enjoy. Super fun, and if it was powdery, it would be absolutely incredible through this little bowl right here. I'm still right here. I'm still in this little bowl where the picturesque was up here. The Friggy cable car over that way. Here, I don't know, I don't have a map in front of me, but go off trail, again, in between this little bowl right here. Wind your way around rocks. There's really cool spots to do like some manuals, a couple little bumps and jumps. If it was powdery, it would be unreal. But just wind your way out. I've been doing that like a couple times. I'm gonna probably do it a few more times. And then it dumps you back down to this chairlift. And then very quickly, just straight up, blue sky is coming, baby, blue sky is coming. Those clouds, God willing, are gonna burn off, and that's gonna be the most insane view you've ever seen in your entire lives, ladies and gentlemen. There's some cool lines through that bowl. Okay, I've ripped that quite a few times. I'm gonna work my way maybe to Friggy now, the cable car to Friggy. Let me see. We got, it's only 12:42. It's only 12:42. Check-in is 4 o'clock. If I'm having the time of my life, I'm just gonna rip. Paragliders are over there. I think I might wanna, yeah, they're jumping like all the time, all day long. I'm probably gonna go that way, get some water. I probably should have. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I could go down to the car, get some lunch. I'd have to go back to the gondola. I wouldn't mind doing, well, you know what? I'll probably do this again on a really sunny day when I have the full front range in my view. So maybe I'll go over to Friggy now. Maybe I'll go bang out a few more runs over there on that side again and then work my way back, find a toilet, and then go over there. Of course, you could just pull up against a tree in the bowl. Nobody's around, but I would like to slurp some water in the bathroom. And today might be one of those days because I am getting up a little bit early, which I highly, highly love to do, to enjoy a like earlier morning and just see the peacefulness before the city kind of like thrives and wakes up. And good news, my neighbor above me, she didn't make any noise till like 8:30 this morning. I got up at 7:30. I went to bed at 11:30 last night, and I think for the remainder of my trip I'm gonna try to back that up to like 10:45, 11, and try to get up by like 7:30 every day. Tomorrow I am gonna have to sleep in a little bit because with the fast checkouts, I definitely probably got only like 7 hours, 15 minutes, 7 hours last night of sleep. So today might be a flat white or a nice little coffee overlooking the beautiful view. We shall see. Sky is the limit. If I haven't filmed this already, that's a little interesting. with a conveyor belt, and then it dumps you right here. Again, if you haven't watched my other vlogs, super strict of bar. Everyone puts the bar down. They don't even ask, you just put the bar down. And there's a camera that actually watches you on the big lift for the bar down. And these are definitely different. They have super high backs. Look at how high this back goes. It's wild. Definitely comfortable. This is a 6-person lift, and we're going kind of now into the bowl. I came down from there. That was super fun to slash some wall rides. Okay, I went up there already, and we're gonna work our way back this way where the paragliders are, go to the bathroom. It's kind of thinning out, so I mean, it was definitely thinner out over there, but even in this lift, there was absolutely no line. So people might be at lunch, they might have cruised over to Brevent, so they start maybe at Brevent, go up the gondola, go up the cable car, and then down. But come on, clouds, come on, Lord, let's break through, baby. Hey, we got more days. Praise the Lord, we got more days. They got a little slalom for skis right here with some little targets right there in this area right here. Definitely fun where you know where you're going. You can go off trail, off piste is what we call it, and you don't even have to duck the rope. You just go off. You go off, you carve down. Even in that bowl, do watch a couple sharp, steep ones. There's a rock underneath, so do be careful about that. Paraglider right above me right here, and absolutely incredible. Just doing slow turns. Very, very nice. Looking good, feeling good, baby. Looking good, feeling good. Let's see, 2 days at Les Ouzes, 2 days at Saint-Tropez Mont Blanc. Today is day number 5 of skiing out of an 8-day Mont Blanc Unlimited pass. Now, after my pass is up, I probably won't initiate a new Mont Blanc Unlimited because I want to use my pass once again to go to the 2 Swiss mountains, but I will have to start paying for the gym. So that's a downside, but I'm not paying for skiing because I'm using my pass. I do need to go before my pass is not valid anymore. This coming up Wednesday, I need to go to the Italian mountain. I forgot about that. So I need to go to the Italian mountain before my pass is up, so I have access to that mountain, so I don't have to buy a lift ticket. Worst case scenario, you just buy a lift ticket, and you might pay less, you might pay more, who knows? I don't know if you can dump down there or not. I see trail markers, so maybe you can. Be kind of wild though. No, I think you snake down there a little bit, but oh, look at that valley. Okay, so there is Saint-Tropez Mont Blanc way out there, and there's the valley you see way over there, and Les Ouzes is right behind this little mountain right here. So off in the distance is going to be Saint-Tropez Mont Blanc way over there with that beautiful valley. I gotta do it just because you can do it. You can get way up there. We are at 1975 meters, which honestly isn't that high compared to like Breckenridge, I think. So this again is the Fregi mountainside, and then Brevent is more kind of that side, but it's all connected. Chamonix Valley right here. This would be a banger of a view. You literally just post up right here. There's Chamonix lift, and then this one is, I can't read that one, but I just came up that lift. Paragliders are going off of the ridge right over there on that side, and come up here, right here, and let me zoom in. And once the sun hits the valley, that is gonna be nutter butters. Right here, take your family Christmas photo, literally standing exactly where I am right now. Come off the lift, get someone to take your photo, stand right here, and literally have a pano right here next to you. No way. I can hear the church bells down below. The church bells echoed up the mountain. Praise the Lord. That's what I'm talking about. Lord's voice rings high into the mountains. Praise the name of the Lord. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Obviously, you could tell from my voice. Get out here. Experience this. Take your time. If you're traveling with your wife, if you're traveling with people that want to stop and take photos and videos, just let them. Let them. And just look at this gorgeousness. Slow life down a little bit and just enjoy this. See if you can hear the church bells. This is an absolute incredible life-giving trip, and I'm so grateful for it. And play this for your wife one day, that the Lord's promises will be fulfilled in the name of Jesus Christ. It's so beautiful here. It brings tears to my eyes, just like it did at Breckenridge that one day when I cried out to you, Lord. I said, Abba, help. You always help. You always redeem. And you will prevail. Speak life over yourself. I speak life over myself. Thank you, Abba, for this trip. In Jesus' name, amen. Perfect timing. This guy's going to cruise off. So this guy is going with him, tandem. Let's go, baby. He's waiting to go right here. Here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Let's go, baby. This guy has a GoPro right there on a stick. Has the selfie stick with the GoPro right here, so you can do that. Oh, they're just pumped, man. Feeling good right there. He's ready to roll. Yep, here we go. Here we go. Let's go, baby. All right, then turns around. And then, oh. Fault start. Here we go. All right, catches it. And then just runs and steps off. Yes. Awesome. So this guy has a chest cam to the right. They have the selfie stick right here. And this guy's just taking his turns. And this guy's going to come up with the false start. He'll come up, rebalance, redo it, get it going. Outdoor seating for that restaurant, nobody there. This pizza place isn't even open today for a Sunday, kind of random. Paragliders, so I think you can go super long time if you catch the air like a bird and you kind of get that upward draft. And he has you might be able to rent them, or maybe that comes with it. You know, they strap it on and give you the footage. I got my own GoPro, so I'll maybe do a chest mount or bring my tripod. Tripod would probably be better than a chest mount. Maybe chest mount, maybe I'll switch it if possible. But again, the instructor said, don't jump, don't hop, you run like you're running for your life, he said. And I think everyone was wearing ski clothes too if you're gonna do paragliding. So I definitely think, I mean, you're here. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Look at this guy just cruising right above, catching the air. And these instructors are so skilled. They're doing multiple jumps a day. False start kind of made you a little iffy. That one dude, I'll be honest with you. You know what? I know where I'm going. I'm not trying to get there that way, but I mean, sky is the limit. They obviously have like backup chutes as well. I think yours might even be strapped to the backup chute, like that deploys, you know, just, you know, quick little, like you're free falling off a mountain. Dude, he's getting close to the mountain right there. Going in for oh yeah. I wonder, is he landing? No, there's no way he's landing. I think he's just super skilled. Where'd he go? He couldn't have landed. Maybe it was just like, oh, there he goes. So he got super close to the mountain and now he's coming back. So that must be the really long one. This guy's still cruising right here as the clouds are departing. Mount Blanc. And if you are wondering, the gondola, which I came up the mountain, so I literally could go all the way back down for lunch if I wanted to. Super simple, very quick to get down. And another paraglider right over here. And then he's cruising down right there. And then restrooms are just to my right where the gondola is. As the sun is hitting Chamonix Valley with the snow like this on a Sunday, this is absolutely incredible right now. Birds are chirping. Birds are up in the air, chirping a little bit. This guy's cruising right next to me. Check that out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm definitely glad I came back over here. Cable car, back up to the top. I probably will do that again right now after the bathroom. Just for some oddball reason. If I decide on another mountain is better and I want that for 2 days, I'm not exactly sure. Sky's the limit. So I'm here right now, might as well do it. And just incredible. I keep saying that every single vlog. I keep saying absolutely incredible. This guy is jumping off and it's the view. It's the sun and it's just the sheer mountain off over here. Yes, they're all above us right now. Look at this. Twirling around. I think these guys might have got more of an uplift and came up right here. But look at this guy. He's like literally above his landing spot. Where's he going? Oh, snaps, he got close. I think he's landing back in. Huh. Oh, maybe he just does like a little couple twirls and then comes down. Yeah, that's a tram. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. and they all took off from the same location. So they hit an updraft and they go way up there. Tripping. Beautiful. Okay, I was about to swig the water, and quite a bit of it. I was probably gonna down like 20 something plus ounces. It right here, the big sign says EAU, non potable, means don't drink the water. So if you see that sign, don't drink the water. Way up here, it's probably reclaimed, not filtered. So go to a restaurant, ask for a glass of tap water, or I'm right next to the gondola, 7 minutes down the road, and I could grab some water. So up here, they got all sorts of cool little stuff here. We got Red Bulls, Coca-Colas, waters. This is in the little cafe up by the gondola, self-service. Big restaurant up above. I'm gonna see if I want to grab anything here. We got a Perrier, 620 euro. Big bottle of water, 570 euro. I think I'll save some money and not go that direction. You can do champagne, wine. You can do all sorts of little treats. Look at, you got some muffins. Big old sandwich for 9.90, 9 euro, 9 euro. Cookie, vanilla, 480 euro. Fill up your own beer. And they said there's no tap water because their water's stored in a cistern. A cistern is what we would call it. Wine glasses, chips, apples, 2 pieces of fruit, 3 euro. They got coffee. I think coffee right here. Hot apple juice, hot wine right here. I don't see any coffee at the moment, but they also have soups. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look. So if you wanted a big old sandwich, you can get your sandwich. And then if you want a little bit of ice cream here, here's some prices for you here. If you don't bring your own, I'd probably recommend, unless you're gonna get a nice little treat. So they do have coffee, and they do have fruits and hot sandwiches and soups right over here as well. Hot baguettes right here. See, a burger is gonna be 17 euro. Fries gonna be 6. Soup is 11.30. We got probably, okay, so these little sandwiches right here look like they're like 8.20, ballpark 21 euros for this thing right here. I don't know what that is. 23 for a cheeseburger and fries. So you're definitely paying a lot of money. We got some grilled cheese down there. So it definitely, and then I don't see the price for coffee right now, but anyway, definitely pricey if you know, you're in the French Alps, if you want to do it. I mean, to each their own. If you want to pay a lot of money for coffee, you know, I'll probably treat myself. I mean, if I was with a group setting and we were just like chilling out, having lunch, definitely I'd grab a cup of coffee. But even on a cheat day, I'd rather enjoy something really nice. I mean, the sandwich was pretty decent. It was a good size for, you know, 9 euro. But I'd rather pack my own lunch, fresh fruit, make something at the Airbnb, and then carry a backpack. I think if I'm going to be doing this mountain again, because you can't drink the water, and the sign actually said on the entrance to that, it said it's not, the tap water is not drinkable because it is stored in a cistern. So it's just not as fresh as the other mountains. So if I come back to this mountain, I'll probably bring a backpack with a drone, because I'd like to maybe get in that bowl. Not so much right here. You have to be careful of the paragliders. You have to be careful of that, absolutely. But let me see here. Here comes the cable car here. But I'd just rather pack a lunch and then get after it. And plus it's pretty packed down there by the outdoor seating area. Just, I can't get over that. So not too crowded over here today on a Sunday. And I'm taking the gondola down because I'd like to rip. How about that hair, baby? I'd like to rip a little bit longer. I think I'm gonna go eat real quick, go do another hour and a half. And you know what? You're in France, man. Just push it. You're at the Airbnb for quite a while. So I'll get to the Airbnb probably 4:30. It is, it's like the chalet is like a compound at this next place. So it's like 2 units over to the side, shared little parking area. And I definitely want to get a parking spot. It is a Sunday. I'm hoping that nobody really rented cars. My unit is, everything's separate. So it's all separate, but there's different floors. So it's a big chalet. There's a bottom, middle, and I'm the top. The reason I chose the top was because it was available. I originally saw the one in the middle, but a couple reviews talked about how they could hear feet above them. And so I'm a quiet person, it's just me. So I didn't want anybody above me. So I chose that, not to mention it has the best view. That hair is absolutely incredible. So again, probably like 7 minutes down to the parking lot, maybe, you know, max 10. You're gonna waste a little bit of time, but I want to eat, and I definitely want to get back up for like at least an hour. But again, I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of my Mont Blanc pass left, And then I'm gonna be using my Epic Local Pass for the Swiss mountains for 2 days. And then if I'm really feeling frisky, but probably after that, I wouldn't mind a little chill day. But I will be taking advantage of the Mont Blanc facilities because I still need to, oh goodness gracious, I didn't think about that. You have to have an active Mont Blanc unlimited pass to go do Adieu du Midi, or you could just purchase separate tickets if there's not time. So I might think about the ice caves. One day is going to be for the Italian Alps for sure. And then I'd like to get back up here. If I have time, maybe I could go beeline over there. I don't want to get caught on that side because then I'd have to figure out transportation back. And from what I understand is you don't want to take the last gondolas down on a really packed day because then the line for the gondola is super long to get down because there's not enough snow to ski down. This is late season, there's not that many people. There was more people at Saint-Tropez Mont Blanc yesterday. But on this mountain, Brevent, there's a lot more people from the UK, English speaking. I'm hearing English all over the place. The reason being is city center, walk to the gondola, super easy. Okay, in that case, I don't think the lift's closed till 5. I might push it because I do want to take advantage of the Adieu du Midi Observatory, and I want to do the ice caves like I said. So I think maybe I'll start my days with that or end my days with that at my new place, maybe get like 2-3 hours of snowboarding in or go there in the morning. I'm figuring that out, but the plan is we got plenty of time left, but I'm going to have to start paying for more days if I don't use it on my pass. So Italian Alps, Swiss Alps, ice caves, Adieu du Midi, and paragliding. I got 5 activities I need to do. I'd like to do Swiss 2 days because it's only like an hour 15 drive from here. That's not bad at all. Saint-Tropez Mont Blanc was 30 minutes. And even though my pass runs out, I'll probably still, oh boy. That catches you off guard. They stopped the gondola and I'm literally swaying. I mean, I'm not that high, but yeah, we're still pretty high. But it stopped and the whole thing just started swinging. I don't know why they're stopping gondolas unless someone forgot to get off. Ah, birds are chirping. Man, these are just beautiful long vlogs. Thank you for, I hope I'm giving you good insight. Comment below. And again, you could just literally be watching dishes, washing dishes, ironing clothes, just kind of listening, putting down some pointers, writing notes in your phone. Birds are chirping though, it's absolutely stunning. So gym should only be like maybe 6 to 10 euros for the day. Ice skating I think is 6, I heard. I'll kind of confirm some of these activities, but I'd like to get over there. Let's see, today's Sunday, maybe tonight, definitely Monday, Tuesday. So at least 3 times in the next 4 days, I'll utilize my pass. Maybe even go ice skating tonight. Sky's the limit. All right, we're still, oh, there we go. Moving now, baby. All right, let me get you a shot. So there's the gym once again, Airbnb, hotel with the nightlife last night, and then the gondola. And then parking lot for it is right here, super convenient. You can see there's barely anybody on the 3rd level, like nobody on the level below that. There's so many activities. I probably am not gonna sneak in a mountain bike ride, but probably find shops around here that have their mountain biking gear all ready to go. Also, a little heads up for you, when you exit every gondola, double check for your stuff, gloves, took off your helmet. So this is the little butt lift in front of the Airbnb Savoy. So the Airbnb was actually called Savoy, if I didn't mention that in my review video. And that again is the butt lift. So literally just right around the jaunt. So there's the stairs to the left right there if you want to walk up the stairs to the parking lot. And then Savoy butt lift is once again right over there. Purchase your pass, lockers. A lot of people are actually coming over this direction, so they might just be getting a half day in. Looks like a little crowd right there. So looking good. Let me go ahead and crank down some food and water and get back up there. Looks like a lot of folks are heading back home after about 2 p.m. Here's a little Tesla Model Y, little Swiss edition with a Swiss license plate. I'd be a little concerned with the electric charging factor. I would not rent a car. I'd rent a hybrid. I wouldn't rent an electric car. There's probably plenty of stations around here, but just for the convenience factor, because you don't know I'd probably skip. I watched somebody else's vlog about visiting the area, and they had to like stop at a, you know, gas station on the highway to charge up their car, and I was like, like I'm not even on half, like I haven't even used half a tank, and I'm just ripping. Okay, we got the paragliders with their packs ready to go up the chairlift, rip it up. Some people are just coming in, some people are going out. Pretty mellow around here right now. They got their espressos, they're getting in, two guys right here. A lot more Italian over here as well. Again, the border of Italy is 30 minutes away. And oh, there's the Savoy butt ski pole lift, but obviously is closed right now, right there. And the Airbnb is literally right there. And there's the house that was right in front of my balcony. I literally could see the Airbnb balcony from here. Awesome location if you're gonna be right here. Here's a hiking trip right here as well. So just getting after that beautiful espresso. Those guys are jumping on that gondola with their little espresso. That place is so close. You could just walk back there. If that lift was open, literally take the gondola down and don't even walk back, snowboard or ski back to the front entrance of the Airbnb. Because the park, you could have access. There's no fence from the condo to the park. You could just jump right over there. Again, great little place. Just understand that it is apartment living. It's a little different than an actual house. And your boy could use an espresso right now, I'll be honest with you. The other option I could have done is grab my backpack, grab my food, head up. People are done with lunchtime by now, 2 o'clock. So it's probably thinning out. And maybe it's, since it's Sunday, maybe people are just bailing. Also, I'm noticing on the lift lines and everything, people are a little less pushy here on this mountain and seem to be aware of other people's space and, you know, like you're before them so they don't cut in front of you. At Mont Blanc Saint-Tropez yesterday, man, that was funny. People were just beelining it. Maybe more tourists, maybe less locals, I'm not really sure. Overall, good experience on this mountain, definitely worthwhile. For Brevent et Flégère. I'm looking at the street down there by that little lake. We just missed it, but oh yeah, you can see the little lake right there. That's the road. You take the back road all the way to Les Zoos. Your boy does need to rip the grocery store once again. So actually, I'm gonna stop filming and do a little bit of that research right now. Ask a grok. Still a lot of skis and snowboards over by the little sandwich shop I showed you here. So something to keep in mind if you are learning, you come off the gondola right here, right? So you walk on the gondola, you walk straight across, you enter the beginning area here, the Funny 2000, and then it'll take you to the beginner hill right there. And then you just do the butt toe rope over and over again until you learn to ski. I'm gonna head on down yonder this way here. We are on the Flégère side. Jump off of the gondola here, and then kind of think the only way you can go down yonder and work your way on around. All right, after the gondola, literally you just go like a football field over, hit this little lift, and this is gonna take you. This is pretty. Okay, we haven't ridden a lift like this where there's trees on both sides. This is gorgeous. This got to be single track right here. Alrighty, right over here, big huge restaurant. That thing's massive. Oh, that must be the other gondola if you want to take up this side and start on that side. And that, who knows where that leads to. We got a few little snowflakes coming down right now. Well, again, we'll explore this side for a little bit. Views are spectacular, but man, that paragliding this morning when the sun was just crisp, mountain range lit up, that was a gift from the Lord. That was a treat. Up pretty high, and then I don't know what's up here, and then that one goes down there to that restaurant, more lifts over there. We'll putt around this area for a little bit. But I've watched other videos explaining if they get dumped on, the powder is over here on the open bowl side over here. Okay, this side, the sun is being protected, but so far a little slushier on this side. Brevent is like, the runs are really nicely groomed even right now. So if you want to get away from the slush, stay away from Saint-Tropez, Mont Blanc, at least the right side for sure. Super slushy over there. Les Zoos, a little bit slush, still had a blast. Great views. This, you can't miss this though. Come here for the views, especially on a sunny day. If you were gonna go just for the views, I'd say these are probably, because it's right here in your face. Again, I wrote down in my notes when I was watching other people's videos, the views are just so sharp and just jagged, beautiful mountains. You see the paragliders. So if you're coming just for the views, probably my number one would be here. Second would be at Les Zoos, which I thought was going to be my absolute favorite from watching other people's videos. But you do get a different picture of the valley like I showed you in the video when I did ski there. And then Saint-Tropez, Mont Blanc, you just get different valleys. It's different, but I'm going to put that on my third for views. This definitely takes the cake because you're high up, but you're on the opposite side of Ajou du Midi and Mont Blanc. Is it Mont Blanche or Mont Blanc? Because Blanche is white in French, but we say Mont Blanc. Here we go. Doing a little some turnsies here. Nice. There we go. Nice, dude. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah. That comes down right here, a little slalom course. That's pretty cool. Get some turnsies in right underneath the lift. All right. So we're going to go explore this. If I get down right here and I can remember it, that seems kind of cool. Not too steep. Looks fun. If you do slip, you're going to slip in front of all the chairlift people, but they're having their time of their lives right there. All right. So anyway, going down that lift, I don't know what lift I'm on, I'm sorry, but down by the restaurant, getting from gondola, the other one, and then getting down that one, there were some moguls at the very end that were pretty sharp. Definitely not beginner friendly so far over here on this side of the mountain. But let's see. Okay, there's the chairlift by the restaurant. That's the one I got off of, I think, right there. There's another one that goes down to that bowl down over there. So we'll explore for a little bit. We're going pretty high up right now. This is going all the way up here. There is some sort of run that you can, I think, maybe get across the valley without using that cable car. Don't quote me on that one. Maybe not. Maybe you have to take the cable car in order to connect to the two mountains. This mountain seems a lot more friendlier getting to the next location. Saint-Tropez Mont Blanc, getting over to that one side was like, man, I gotta take a lift up, and then I gotta go down and go over, gotta take another cable car. This one you gotta take a cable car, but it just seemed a little easier in my personal opinion. Clouds do look like they're setting in for the afternoon. Doesn't look like they're gonna break unless we pray hard in the name of Jesus. But I'm only gonna be over here ripping for like another hour 15, and we'll call it a day. Hey now. All right, here's a better map for you here. So gondola we took up right here, and then now this is the big gondola down here to Le Prez, right down over here. Hey, we got a little hourly update right here, looking good. So now we are, I think, yeah, there we are way up here, and so we're gonna go explore down over here, kind of play around here a little bit, and then there is the gondola across the mountain peaks right here. And then, of course, we played all over there already today, over yonder there. I went to the La Brevent, 25 meters, 2,525 meters. That's pretty high. So that was very fun. So that is, no, this one is a little bit higher up, and then it gets a little bit higher. But we were definitely pretty darn high today so far. So let's go play around a little bit, work my way back, and then we'll make ourselves a little stoop. All right, we're way over here on this side, and I went the wrong way. I hate those butt things, man. That one's actually a speed one where, you know, anyway, I tumbled again but recovered. Ripped on up here, but I'm not a big fan of those chairlifts, to be honest with you, especially with snowboarding. All right, from the butt toe place, you have a couple areas that drop in. So the little sticks kind of mark the run. It's just a little different because sometimes it kind of blends in. Do be careful on a cloudy day like this because your depth perception is a little bit lower compared to when it is fully sunny. I'm going to take this nice cat path all the way around this top shelf area over here, and then I'm going to work my way down. I'm pretty sure down where these people are right here. But again, a beautiful view. There's the butt toe rope right there. Again, you have plenty of chances to drop in right here. If this is like a big bowl where you literally could do like a front flip off this thing. If this was powder, you would want to come to this side over here, well, all of Brevent and Flégère, and just rip the powder in these bowls. Would be absolutely incredible. It's only on Avalanche 3 right now, which is good. I've watched other YouTubers when there's literally been an avalanche like in the run right here, and people are just like walking over it, kids and everything. That dude's video is pretty good. He talked about Chamonix around New Year's, if you've seen his video. Okay, let's go ahead and maybe push for a little bit more before we strap in, I think, maybe. Yeah, that bowl would be amazing with powder. So you could go over there and drop in that bowl if it was powdery. I'll take the run down over here. A little icy, but Super fun. You just drop down from that peak, coming all the way down here. Still dipping down, baby. That's not the way to get down, but you could. So you zigzag. You go down there, you zigzag around into this bowl. The butt rope thing, I think, is up here. So yeah, over here on this side would be insane with some powder. This section is nice, a little bit more slushier, not as icy as up at the top. So very cool. But yeah, I mean, people have gone over this direction. I don't know if there's big jumps or bumps, but I'm not figuring that out. Oh, and if you are wondering, haven't seen one rail or one jump on both these mountains. Giving you a heads up about that one. You park riders, if you love that, but just enjoy the views. Come here just for the views. Yeah, for off-piste, this would be so sick with powder over here on this side. If there's powder, come straight to Fergie and rip the powder all the way. If you're looking at the mountain, all the way on the right side. The bowls, the trees. Look at this little section here. There's another skier over there. I went off piste, which I thought was going to be like 6 inches of powder. It's just too hard on the top. So we'll rip some more runs over here. What's that over there? Sometimes when I get tired, oh, that looks like a fun little like slalom rundown. Sometimes when I get tired, your vision and the depth, this happens when you're mountain biking as well. So be careful when you do get a little bit fatigued and you didn't have another cup of coffee. Sometimes your depth perception and your vision, especially with weather like this, do be careful if someone's coming down. Little skier right here, but so fun too. Now I noticed that, especially with this mountain, a lot more backpacks. So I'll be rocking my backpack tomorrow or whenever I do come back to this particular mountain, because this would be absolutely insane. I was just up there. You could literally sit up there, fly your drone, get some shots, nobody around. You're not going to bug anybody. Absolutely incredible. That way you have your snacks, you have your water with you, if you don't mind something on your back. But honestly, when it's overcast like this, you don't like get too tired. So there's not the like super need for water. You still need to drink water. And I probably wouldn't have gone down to the car unless I needed water, because I wasn't that hungry either, because the oatmeal held me over. And I think you go into a tunnel. I think I'm looking to the Italian mountains through this V right here, I think. I'm pretty sure that's the Italian mountain stretch. And that might be the Italian tunnel. I don't know if it goes low or no, that might be the train. I think the ice caves are in that glacier right over there. So I think we're looking at the glacier through that area. And I was talking to somebody, it's either that one or that one. I'm pretty sure it's this one. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the train that goes up. Let me see if I'm pointing to the right direction here. Let me just zoom in and make it easy on you. That right there should be the train that goes to the ice caves. And you could bang that out, half day. I don't think it's going to take you that long. So I think the Italian tunnel, maybe I almost got lost. I actually had to turn around, or I would have gone through the Italian tunnel. Looking good. Let's continue the day. Let's get some more runs in. So far, my favorite today is on the Brevent side, that little bowl, and just cruising through there off piste was probably the funnest one. And then definitely really cool, the first gondola and then cable car through that little kind of rock canyon at the very beginning of my day today. And yeah, come on, son, let's break through these clouds, baby. Come on, Lord, let's give a nice little afternoon golden hour. Jesus. And then real quick, lastly, there's this little like race course right here that you punch into, and then kind of like nice little berms as it winds its way down exactly where I'm going down to this lift right here. Let me see if I can get over there. All right, correction. I mean, there's like the smallest itty bitty boxes up top on this chairlift here. And this is the border cross. This thing actually is really fun. There's just a couple little hills where you can get some air. Not like air, but just like a big rolly hill. I actually had to cut into it, so I went the wrong way, but I'm gonna go the right way now just so you just do the big berms. So we're gonna wrap this for a few sessions. This is kind of like a little kind of kid zone. Oh yeah. So you can kind of go around these little like the turkey, the mountain goat, kind of like swing in right here and here. They got some blowers on this section. I came down from that. Yeah, buddy. We came and conquered. There were some fun sections in there. A lot better if there was some pow. But look at that, yeah. So this little grommer is gonna do some little, yeah, there he goes. Yeah! Around the mountain goat, around the turkey. Yeah, just getting it. Oh man, they were in front of me when I came down. I can't wait to have kids, man. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. I don't have a wife yet, but you know what? You pray big. You pray big and you don't cease. Do not cease in your prayers. Those who pray heavy and hard will receive from the Lord if your heart is right with the Lord. That's what I'm talking about. And you know why I'm so confident in that? Mark chapter 11. Pray as if you've already received it and it shall be yours. Ask in my name, that's the Lord Jesus Christ, and it shall be given to you. When your heart is right with the Lord, your prayers will be answered because you're praying the Lord's heart over yourself. Yes, Lord. So I pray for a beautiful wife. I pray she's a shred Betty that I could rip with my little beautiful daughter and son in Jesus' name. Chris, you don't know if you're going to have, you know what I'm saying? The Lord tells each person individually things. Holy Spirit reveals the truth. Actually, the Holy Spirit reveals the truth and the future, the Bible says. I don't know that passage, but it's absolutely fantastic. So we're going to make our way to the border cross right here, and we're going to go ahead and rip away. You're like, Chris, you talk about the Lord a lot. Well, you know what? That's the most important thing in my life. So I talk about the most important thing in my life the most, and that is my love for the Lord Jesus Christ, giving my life to him, believing that he is the Messiah, the Son of God. Believing and repenting from your sin and turning from your sin, you shall have eternal life. Do that today. Just pray. Say, God, forgive me for my sins. I repent and I turn, meaning I'm not going to go back to them. I believe that Jesus Christ is the Messiah, the Son of God, and I believe I have now eternal life and live for him. Get plugged into a good, solid, believing church, friends that you can do life with, and enjoy this life. Enjoy it, baby. Let's go. Congratulations if you gave your life to Christ. 3:54 p.m. I'm gonna have to hoof it. I'm gonna bang out this border cross run 2 times, at least 2 times, get on the chairlift and get back over to Brevent to be able to get the gondola down. I think that gondola ends at 5, so everything is open a little bit later just because they know you got to get down. Worst case scenario, yeah, I definitely don't want to walk between the towns. That might take a little bit of time. So let me see if I can squeeze 2 in on the border cross. If not, I'll do 1 on the border. So from the restaurant, I went that way if you want the small itty bitty boxes, and then you could cut in, but you want to go this way. And then where it branches off right there, it says border cross right there, and hit it. It is thinning out around here. Return Chamonix La Paz. Oh, okay. Return Chamonix. But I think that's the gondola for here. So, we better start cooking back. Let's do at least 1 more. Super fun, but it is going to take me a while to get back over. So a little slushy on the big turns, but fun nonetheless. So I'm gonna head back up, get back to the cable car, go back across, maybe rip a few runs around there before I go down to the gondola. And then we gotta check in. I do want to get a parking spot. So I'm praying that others did not rent a car. There's 5 parking spots in the courtyard, and then you gotta park on the street, which isn't that bad. It's a small little alley, but parking like right there in the courtyard would be the best. I could always move it later on if someone goes out to dinner or something like that, but just for unloading purposes, it'd be super simple. Fastest way back to the gondola without getting lost, La Chenelle. It's up here. So the butt tow rope one was up here. The map area, which I showed you earlier, was right here. And La Chenelle is a red, will zigzag down in this beautiful bowl, which would be unbelievable if the sun was on that mountainside. But let's get down to the gondola to cross over and then get back. Oh, La Chenelle, you are a beaut. Right here in this little V in the Chamonix Valley. Wow, you a black run for sure though. Little icy, do be careful. That is not for the faint of heart though. That beats the legs up good night. Yeah, not one you want to end on with those quads. That's for sure. Steep and mogully. Closes 4:45. Just made it. Well, like 17 minutes. But we'll wait for a few others. That burnt the quads for sure. I'm pretty sure I can get all the way back to the gondola without taking 1 more chairlift up. If not, I'll have to figure it out. I think these chairlifts have a little bit more time, so I should be able to, from here, yeah, this is where the bowl was, go down that 1 chairlift and push over. So I should be good to go. We'll go catwalk down to behind the bowl, go up 1 level, and then go down a level. We're really closing this mountain down. I think this is the last chairlift. I literally would have had to go backwards, maybe. I'm not exactly sure, but literally like just made it in time going this direction. And I'm pretty sure I can do that catwalk back to the gondola station, and that gondola should be open till 5. So we got a little bit of time, but not much. You thought I was the last one, or they were the last ones. We might have a little pow coming in on top over here. Clouds getting pretty thick, raining below, but this lift is open till 5, so we got a little bit of time. Gondola's open till 5, but we pushed it pretty good. Luckily, I didn't do another border cross run, or I probably wouldn't have been able to make it. So heading to the gondola now. I'm gonna go down, get the car. That was a long day of ripping. That was a full day because it's open an extra hour. Goodness gracious, that was you're like, I'll go for 3 hours, and you just keep ripping. All right, so we're going out right here. Gondola is right below, no, that's the cable car up. That for some reason is still going. Might be for the workers too. And then the gondola is right down over here, so we made it in time. It is a little chilly up here now. A little sauna, jacuzzi. I'll tell you what, if your place doesn't have a sauna and jacuzzi, the Richard Bodson Gym, which is available with your Mount Blanc Unlimited Pass, or just pay the fee and go hit the gym, hit the sauna, hit the jacuzzi. That's what I will be doing. Let's call it a day and get on home. And from the top off of that lift, go back to where the paragliders were. It's just, a football field down, and then we are on it, baby. What time is it right now? 4:53. We cut it a little close. Definitely closer than I'd like to, especially with working your way over. I don't know how far away the towns are, but I watched other YouTube videos where I think people have done that before. And maybe because it's a Sunday, people left the mountain early, but have to jump in an Uber or a taxi if it's too far to walk. So perfect time to end, full day. Goodness gracious. This is the most I've skied consecutively a very long time. I think the most I've done is maybe like 4 days for a trip, maybe last season. This season was half day, full day, half day. That last run, Palintas, or whatever you pronounce it, that beat my quads up really good. We are definitely gonna be needing maybe a in-between dinner snack and then a nice dinner. I don't know if I can wait till I get all the way to the market. We got a few items, but I don't really want tuna fish again. So maybe we'll grab a little something to tide me over, because 5 o'clock now, I'm gonna go check in, get my luggage upstairs, see how far the market is. Grok actually said there's a couple of markets in town, but they actually said for the best deals, I don't know if this is like save €1 here, save €1 there, I'm not really sure, but they actually recommended a Super U in Les Ouches, which is the supermarket we were at. They also recommended a couple in the city center. I'll see how far they are within walking. Definitely could use some more water hustling back over. And let's just chill. I don't know if this place has a bath, but I don't know if I'm gonna get over the Richard Bonson gym tonight. If I don't, we'll go tomorrow for sure. Tonight might just be a movie night, chill back. Tonight's Sunday night. Tonight should be cheat day, but with the airline, I had like some dirty food. Not really, but a little bit of dirty food for the travel day, which was Monday. Yeah, I could switch it back to Sunday, but I had a normal breakfast, a normal lunch. So I feel like it's kind of a waste if I just like pig out tonight. So I'm probably gonna go to the market, get some nice bread, some eggs, make some French toast. Might have to get a little syrup or maybe some jam instead of syrup. And I'd rather do that because then I can really enjoy it. Sit down, relax. You ever just sometimes like eat half your meal standing up, and then like I've been doing that a lot lately. And I do that when I'm super hungry. Instead of like cutting my apple, peeling my orange, putting it all on a plate, then eating it, you're like apple while you're cooking your eggs and you're eating like while you're, and then you barely get any time to sit. I think Americans do that. What a day. What a day. All right. If you could figure out the bus station, again, where I threw away the trash, super easy and convenient. Always double check, again, gloves, cell phones before you get out of the gondola. Okay, so parking, you can either pay at the kiosk right here and then exit. I thought you had to do that on your way out, but anyway, it let you do that. If you can't figure it out and there's a line and you don't want to hold people up, then just pay over there that I just showed you. Go up here. I got a receipt as well. It's €8, and then we'll go ahead and scan my parking ticket, and I've already paid, so the gate will lift up and you are out of there. So I guess maybe for like quicker convenience, but I was exiting, like leaving the mountain, and I saw a guy pull up, and I'm like, hey, you got to prepay before you leave? And he's like, yeah. So anyway, you can pay at the gate if you don't want to wait. All right, so I need to go back over to where the trash was. I'm gonna throw away my apples, put on my seatbelt because it's chiming on me. This is a great place if you need to, gather your thoughts a little bit, get navigation going, figure out where you are heading. A lot of people down by the bus stop. I didn't turn in, there was a lot of people. So I'm just gonna go go down by the park again, taking maybe the extra 2-minute drive. We'll go down, got navigation going. Savoy, Airbnb again right down here. All right, driving right by last night's Airbnb. I'm not gonna lie to you, I definitely would recommend a rental car. I mean, yeah, if you're not, like if you're in the city center and you can walk everywhere, sure. But the convenience factor of just getting in my car, not worrying about packed buses after a day of skiing, I definitely want to go down that street. Pedestrian only zone. Yeah, La Folie Douge Hotel. That's where the happening, they got little fire pits. That's where all the stuff is. And again, you can walk shortcut into town if you're walking this direction. So we're just outside of the city center, which is nice, off a main, not off a very quiet street, I should say. Let's go ahead and pause here for the roundabout. All right, almost got lost there again. Oh, I think I did. That roundabout wasn't very nice to me. Are we going back up to? We're like going back up to the parking lot. Sometimes I like to explore these side streets. There are some old...
left onto Route des Mousseaux, then turn left
Yeah.
onto Route de la Romnade.
There's literally the parking. I just did kind of a big loop. Let's make a left here, down this cute little street right here. Oh, look at this little place right here. I think I saw this little cafe right here. I mean, look at these little buildings, but there are some like big castle French looking Paris buildings down in Chamonix proper as well. But like just walking, like look at that. Look at this one with these shutters. Look at this with the shutters. Absolutely incredible. Beautiful. All right, so my next Airbnb is on one of these small streets, which I'm very glad. Like, look at this. Just families walking into town. Get your shopping bag. Look at this little house with the pink shutters. Look at this house right here. Or those might be apartments, but with these little shutters. And just be leery of people walking, obviously. Okay, this isn't very far away. Oh my goodness, it's so stinking cute. And then this big, like, monster chalet. So the main road is right next to us to our left, which is really nice. So this is like right here, but it's down a small street, so you don't get the busyness of the cars whipping by right here. So let's go ahead and cruise on down here and take a little look-see. Okay, there's the trash right there. And then we have ourselves, this is starting to look a little familiar from Google Maps. I think we're down here just a little bit more. Actually, a little bit more down here, yeah. But off the main drag, but still pretty close. Everyone's walking and shopping. On days like this, it might be a little drizzly. I'm seeing people having umbrellas in their hands, so do be a little bit prepared for that. Okay, folks, just arrived. Beautiful. And you have your own assigned parking spot, which is absolutely fantastic. I thought it was a free-for-all, but there's a little sign right here. It says Okma 3, and that's me. And then there's 2. There's the one unit below me. So let's go get fired up. Beautiful place. Oh, by the way, Google Maps has it further down that way. You need to come down the street just a little bit more. Google Maps will say you've arrived at your destination when it's still like a football field in front of you. Super cool having your own parking spot. And it looks like there's only one other car here, but obviously I think the whole place is fully booked. But this cute little courtyard here. And then you have number 4 over there, and there's little markers there. And then you have 5 up there, and then I think there might be one more over there as well. And then you have this number 2, and then I am number 3, the 3rd story, and then this is 1 as well. So this is the number 1, and there's your big slider. Definitely didn't want that one because of all the car parking area right here, but this place is super, super nice. Again, I didn't want this one right here because noise potentially, as well as that bottom unit. I think those ones were sold out as well, but again, a very quiet little place, digging that you have the provided parking. Okay, so to get to your unit, I actually walked up here and I was like, what in the world? I thought because there's actually stairs going up to it here. So you just walk up these little stairs right here, little grass in front of my door. That's part of my window up there. There's a gorgeous house right behind the unit. Look at how cute this is. This little, like, you know, this is just an old chalet house. They got a hot tub right there. Maybe I can befriend them and jump in their hot tub, or maybe just use it. I don't even think they're home. They got a little shed out back, a little French shed. But this house behind us, we're going to take a look at that. So anyway, number 3, and you have doorbell or light. Yeah, I think that's actually your light. So this is your, I think, I'm not really sure, maybe a doorbell. Anyway, I want to get upstairs because I want to get an espresso and capture the lighting here. And I want to go ahead and enjoy this place. So I want to show you, well, it's like pristine. So Mana Homes, this is their kind of their new lock boxes. Hopefully they put those on their other properties. It was just easier to get the key thing out instead of, I mean, not that bit of, you know, it just, you got to push down. And then anyway, this seems a little bit more easier to get into. Plus they've customized it. Mana Homes right here. So your key is in here, and then you obviously open up your door right here. You have number 3. Okay, let me see. I think that light's on. That might be for, anyway, there's motion detection, so it should be hooked up there. Beautiful doors as we open it up. Again, I don't know if Mana Homes owns these properties or if they buy them and then, you know, fix them up underneath their owner, or they have like actual owners and then they fix them up. I'm not really sure. So good news is you're not like, I mean, you're walking upstairs, but it's not bad. So you're walking up these stairs and then you got a few of these stairs right here. Let me go ahead and just give you a tour while I'm inside and close the door right there. So again, your parking spot's right here. Please only use the parking space allotted right there, which is good. Again, you can go to the street, out on the street, and you can park out there. This is an absolutely, I've already just poked around and it's gorgeous. You have these windows, again, turn up handles, get some fresh air during the summertime. Even now, I have 2 of the bedroom windows open right now. Birds are chirping, come on. This is beautiful. So this is what I would call the medium out of the 3. This is pretty nice, man. This was the original one I wanted to book because obviously downstairs is very similar, but I wanted to be upstairs because I didn't want to hear any feet above me. Not to mention I get the pitched roof like this right here. So the downstairs one, right below us, number 2, was available, but I chose this one instead. Got a killer deal on it, opened up all the shades, opened up that window right there. This is what sold me right here. 3rd story, you have a smaller balcony, but you're up above everyone else. Like you're up above everybody because you're the only 3-story. Let's come outside here. Got a couple chairs right here, and it was sprinkling. So, but you do have 4 chairs here, 2 chairs right here and here. And again, you're up on top. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. That is going to be a banger of a photo tomorrow morning. Again, the other place was, you know, it was a little bit smaller, but again, it had a beautiful, beautiful view as well. Next, not to mention you were next to the park. But again, what I like is you're off the main street. The main street is, I think, like a little bit below right down here. So this is a very calm little street and very quiet. Again, just old farm like this. These are like old plots of land right here. Absolutely killer. People are having some little fires going on right now. Absolutely beautiful. The roofs have these things so it kind of catches snow and doesn't just drop off. This house is the cutest little thing right here. And then you got a kind of a bigger chateau. I mean, who knows? Maybe some Swiss bankers own these places. I don't know, but what I do know is the outside of this is absolutely stunning. So let's go ahead, come on back inside. I almost want to leave that open, but I do want to talk a little bit louder. So I do have neighbors below me, so I'm going to be not going to be doing like jump squats or anything like that. And the reviews of the lower unit, several people did mention, especially if there's children up here running, it's not, the sound isn't as well as it should be. So do keep that in mind. Because this is a review video, I'm just stating the obvious, but you know, you are above someone, so don't do jump squats. Okay, so let's start over here in this corner here. And actually I need to get an espresso while I'm talking with you because I don't want to have an espresso too late in the evening. Okay, the Nespresso's going, and this, okay, so let me just kind of break it down to you real quickly here. With the 1 bedroom we just came from Savoy, beautiful property again, but you're graduating up into the, I'm just going to call it middle tier, and then 7 Summits is like grande, right? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. This place is probably very expensive if you bought it, but 7 Summits is like a multi-million-dollar property. So this one has an upgraded kitchen to it and just a little bit like extra things, right? So like, different handles, but a similar look to the kitchen with the facade, same as 7 Summits. So you got your refrigerator here, and we'll just start in the kitchen because I'm right here. Freezer down here. here, and pretty good size once again. I'd say about the same size as Savoy as well. But if you're going for more of a needing, a larger fridge, then Seven Summits is your ticket. You have pullouts here. Most of these I think are empty, but again, these are soft close. You got some little mats right there for eating at, see, soft close here. You have your oven here. You have your microwave here, and then you just have this little pop out thing up here that doesn't really have anything in it. You have LED lighting all throughout. They didn't add any LED lighting underneath cabinets. They should. There are actually some slots from the cabinet maker. They put up like these slots right here for LEDs. And then you got a little spice rack, which unfortunately doesn't have any spices in there, but I'm not really a spice kind of guy. You got a nice big toaster here, hot water kettle, convection oven, Whirlpool. Again, same Whirlpool here, so they must have a contract with their contractor. Convection oven, stainless steel pots and pans once again, as well as a non-stick, and then another non-stick there as well, which I don't use. I only use stainless steel with tops, so it's nice that those are in there. So convection oven, same exact thing. You're gonna turn it on. You gotta make sure something's on there, adjust the heat, etc. Okay, coming, we already saw that. And coming down below it is more. We got a strainer. We got another stainless steel pot, another non-stick, and another top there. Anti-slams, I really like that. Okay, we got another hand towel, baby. Another hand towel, no paper towels. So good thing that the other place had paper towels. It was probably just left over from somebody that, ooh, fantastic. Now, these are a little bit different of espresso cups. They're kind of more of like just, you know, kind of holding cups. Oh, that's delicious. That is delicious. Okay, coming up here real quick, this is where you're going to find those cups, as well as like a little water thing, fresh orange juice right there. They do have a French press, which is awesome. If the owners do see this, please add a French press or a coffee maker to Savoy property. Would be absolutely fantastic. A watercraft up there, which is really nice. Again, the espresso cups are right here. I think these are anti-slams, yeah. And then I actually put the Nespresso machine over here on this side. It was over here. I'm going to move the hot water kettle, but the plug, it can't reach all the way over to the plugs right in the middle, and I don't see any other plugs right there on the kitchen. Anyway, Nespresso machine, same kind of Nespresso that was left behind at the other property as well. You got your dishwashing soap, sponge, same thing over here. Opening up this drawer, you got your plates, bowls, plates and bowls, and smaller plates, bigger plates. That's all taken care of right there, as well as your coffee cups, as well as your glass cups, as well as your wine glasses and champagne glasses. Fantastic. Thank you for using glass. Cutting board over here, nice faucet, just drink out of the tap water. I'm making a full review on drinking the water, tap water in Chamonix. So coming over here, you have, this is kind of your trash area. Your trash can is right here, nice big trash can. Trash bags are right here, dishwasher pods, soaps, cleaners, blah, blah, blah. Dishwasher, and this is a nice full-size dishwasher if you are wondering, and that is a little bit bigger. That's your typical house full-size one right there. What do we miss? Okay, coming back up here, there is another little cabinet right there if you want to put anything, and we already saw the refrigerator there. I love how seamless it is. Now, the kitchen island is beautiful. We got quartz countertop right on top. You have this another big open drawer, and down below here is like a little fondue thing. Right here, if you're into fondue, soft close. Coming over here, all sorts of things. Wine opener, hop holder, tea thing, strainers, wooden spoons, can openers, another wine thing, carrot grater, wooden spoons, spatulas and tongs. Again, measuring cups. They do not have measuring cups, so do keep that in mind. I haven't seen a measuring cup yet. So I'm definitely glad I brought my measuring cups from America. So if the owners do see this, that is just, you know, it's just a little critique of be nice to have measuring cups, tablespoon, teaspoon, etc. And you got your fondue forks over here. Nutcrackers, knives, spoons, forks, all stainless steel. Very nice there, soft close. Couple serving dishes in that one. And then the bottom one, you have like all three properties have these like kind of like bocce grill type of things that you can use. The portal says you can use those. Opening up this one, you have a salad spinner and just a random stainless steel pan for some oddball reason. Okay, that pretty much does it for the kitchen. Again, beautiful windows, good night. We'll get more shots of that, obviously, but super private up top. These windows don't look in. The bedroom windows you do have the neighbor over here. So obviously, you know, I'll point that out in just a second here. His backyard is facing the bedrooms. 4 stools, nice little high backs to them. Beautiful center island, absolutely stunning with the backdrop of the kitchen, but it needs those LED lights installed to just give it that bang, just like Savoy. Savoy had those beautiful under cabinet lighting. All right, they have a beautiful dining room table here, 6 chairs, wine glasses, small cups, cutlery already laid out for you. How cool is that? Such a cool vibe to it. Goodness gracious. All right, coming over here to the couch. We're gonna obviously be testing that, but looks really nice with a small coffee table and your 50-inch television right there, and some decorations, and then these black things on the wall are the heaters. And then, of course, you know, you got your nice razor thin television, probably a smart television, and a little electric extension cord right there if you need it. More plugs if you want to plug in your Amazon Fire TV stick. If it's not smart, but I'm pretty sure it is smart. And take a look at that. Look at that shot going down the pipe there. Okay, there's our stairs. You have motion detection lights, I think, right here. Oh, there we go there. I'm not sure if you can turn them on, but super cool. You got the painting lit up right there. How cool is that? Okay, again, right into this cutie backyard. Oh, this is gonna be you're off the main drag. So what I liked about this, you're close enough to walk, but you're not in the heart of that. Like Savoy, I'm gonna be honest with you, you know, it was right there if you just wanna walk next door, but you know, you're not hearing any jangling of cans, you know, you're not hearing shouts of people overdoing it with drinking, you know, or just, you know, having a good time, maybe like, woo, you know, so, and you don't get this either. I mean, it was a beautiful property, but I liked just being off the main drag. I'm still a young dude, but this is absolutely stunning as people are just walking down the side streets over there. Look at this. Absolutely stunning. Okay. All right. The closet right next to the staircase. You're going to find your drawing rack and a vacuum, a mop, and a fire extinguisher. And then all your electrics, your control panel over there. Before we do go over there, let me see what's in here. We got some manuals, extension plug, and kind of just more randomness of, I think, some of the construction. That just goes up like that. Samsung, again, 50-inch television, 46 or 50. Heater here. All your controls are right on top. In the portal, they tell you how to set those. And then a really big one over there in the kitchen right there. Again, I'm up top. I can't see, I can barely see a window through right there, but they're not going to see you up here. You're just you're one level above everyone else. They would have to really put their faces to the windows, crook their necks, you know, so that's what I really like about the third story is you're above every other person in the complex. All right, let's come over here down this little hallway here, and massive wardrobes in this place. When I was exploring, I was like, dude, this thing just keeps going. It's a really big unit. So again, hold on one second. If you got turned around, dining room table, flipping around right here, here is the suite area number 1. And then we're going to get to the suite area number 2. This is a 2-bedroom. So again, this is your medium setting for Mana Homes. In here, you got more comforters. You got 3 pull-out drawers down here. Someone left some DC gloves, unfortunately. Those are soft close. Ironing board, I think I already just said. That's that side. And then in here is your hot water heater, which is pretty big. And it's mounted to the ceiling. I'm not really sure. But here's your washer right here. Here's your iron. Here's your laundry soap for the washer. Coming back, we got plugs everywhere again. Everything's matching just like Seven Summits. Stunning woodworking. Probably same person, same contractor came and did all this. This is the master bathroom, but it's not attached to any rooms. So all these are separated from the bedrooms. You got a big towel rack right here. You got a nice shower with a big monster rain shower head right there, as well as a wand right there, coming down to similar controls as Savoy. And then you have a little rack to hang all your shampoos. Again, same companies, organic shampoo and body washes. big shower, trash can, dual sink in here, and you have LED lights. Wow, those are nice and bright. LED lights above a giant mirror, dual sink, and then your pull-out drawers here, soft close here. I'm just seeing if anything, okay. And a Phillips hair dryer with a blower attachment, and that's it there. And then a little lock right here, two locks if you don't want to actually use the old key. You can just lock it right here. Light switch. I guess you hang your towels to dry on the hot rack. Temperature control is down there. I don't see any other hooks for anything, so that is the only place to put your towels. And they always put, Mana Homes puts the towels on the bed. Remember, they are warmed up or rolled up. Okay, now coming around to the right. Okay, hold on one second. Let's come back over here and double check. Yeah, so same thing as Savoy, where you don't have the toilet in the shower sink area. So this is gonna be around the corner right here. So it's a 2-bedroom, 1 full bath, but separated. So you have your toilet here, and then you have your shower and sinks here. There is a little sink in here. Let's just come on in here. There is a fan, and we're gonna go ahead and turn that off because it makes a little humming noise, but it's okay. So there is a little sink in here, which is nice. Your toilet, same type of flushing unit as we're used to from the other properties. Trash can, toilet cleaner, big beautiful door, lock on that one as well. Let's go ahead and flip off the light there. Organic soap, as we can see right here. All right, starting with bedroom number 1 on this side, we have ourselves a beautiful door once again. I've already stated about the doors there. Okay, we got some pictures there. We got 2 nightstands, remote control. We got reading lights over here. We got the headboard. Your towels and everything are on the bed right here. Hand towels as well as shower towels. Heater, nightstand once again, and reading lights right here. You can see right there. So again, nice nightstand. What's cool is you get in bed, you hit those for up above lights, and you hit this for your reading light right there. And that's on both sides, which is absolutely phenomenal. How many times have you gotten into bed and you're like, oh, I gotta get out of bed and I gotta go turn on the lights? Let me just, straighten that up just a tiny bit. So super cool, get in bed, hit that light. And then I opened up this window here and absolutely stunner. This would be beautiful in the summertime. And I think this is probably their winter home. And I don't think anyone's home, but they got, I think, a jacuzzi up there, a garage. Their house is absolutely stunner with a big, beautiful little field up there adjacent to it right there. And then it looks like another big chalet home right here, if you can see through the trees. Probably a private residence. Just these big, beautiful chalet homes. I mean, massive. Unless they turned them into some sort of like Airbnb unit like this, but not really. Like this one is pretty beautiful, but that one's like old school beautiful. And then this obviously would all grow in during like the summertime, for their privacy or whatnot. Okay, so coming back over here, monster wardrobes. And because I am on the 3rd story, again, I'm on a pitched roof now. These things are monstrous. That's like 10 feet plus, like wardrobe. It's crazy. So massive amount of storage in this room right here. So I mean, look at that. The hangers, you got a few hangers up there. I mean, it just keeps going and going and going. I think those are anti-slams. Yeah, sorta. And then a little, be careful that the door, does it stop before it hits the TV? Hope so. Yeah. So it does have a little stopper down there, but do be careful. Don't bang the door because it might overstop. You do have a Samsung TV behind the door somewhat. And I think that looks to be 30, maybe a wide 38. Sorry, let me get you in focus. About a wide 38, maybe 36, somewhere ballpark right on there. Oh, I need to go finish my espresso. Okay, so coming out of there. So do keep that in mind. You get Where'd my espresso go? Okay. You do get a lot more massive storage, massive wardrobe storage. If you're coming with two couples, typically what happens is like whoever plans it and books it, kind of they get first pick. That's what we do in our group. And everyone fights for the ensuite, meaning a bathroom on the ensuite. Okay, this is bedroom number 2. It just depends on, how if everyone's going to bed, if you want to be closer to the bathroom, if you want the wardrobe. Again, there's another hallway wardrobe right here as well. This might be a sleeper sofa. I think it is. So you could sleep the kids here. You could sleep another couple and charge them a little bit less. There's bedding in the closet behind me. And let's come around here. Yeah, because there's 6 place settings. I think this sleeps 6. This is the next bedroom here. And it's a little bit, it's not as pitched. I don't know what room I'm going to choose, but you got beautiful LED lights. And then you got the picture again. You have the television straight ahead of you this time because there is no wardrobe. And it's a very nice size room as well. You do have the wardrobe over here, nightstands, reading lights, light switches, towels, etc. Everything's pretty much the same, including like the headboard. Your own heater right here. This is on 21 degrees Celsius. We're going to turn that down for sure. I already have the window cracked. There are shades. They are not, I don't think they're blackout. Let's see. Yeah, it's blacking out the light pretty good. Again, you're going to have your window over here. You can open them up both, I'm pretty sure. You got to unlatch that one, but maybe not. So we'll just leave that one closed. You do have the neighbor back here with the bedrooms. So for like super privacy, just draw the shades at nighttime. But that yellow house is absolutely incredible. I want to go walk over there. This is really cool because I'm going to be here for 8 nights and I'm going to be exploring this place. I'm going to be exploring Chamonix. I'll tell you what. So coming over here real quickly here and let's go ahead and take a look. So plenty of storage room for all your like tucked shirts. Your small suitcase can tuck over there. I mean, my large suitcase can literally tuck in here. And then this one actually has some nice drawers. So this wardrobe has 3 drawers, soft close. If you want to put your delectables, your boxers, your socks. This one has hanging rack as well for your shirts and clothes and sweaters and jackets. And again, you have the hallway one as well. They probably added the hallway one for the sleeper sofa if you have more people joining you. Not to mention, it's just a massive area right here. You got to hide the washer machine and the hot water tank, so might as well put in a beautiful wardrobe to do that. So that's going to be your options for the bedrooms. Again, I don't know which one I'm going to take right now. Got to figure that out here. But regardless, let's see here. Let me give you just a little pitch. So if you are more sleep sensitive and let's say you're with a couple, they're getting up, they're making breakfast, they're making some noise, making coffee, then choose the other bedroom or sleep with the sound machine so you're not right next to the kitchen area. Or if people go to bed later, you guys get what I mean. So divide up this place accordingly. So this place has a higher roof for sure because we're on the pitch. So this one has a higher roof. This one feels a little bit less wide, definitely less wide because you have the toilet right here on this side and you have the monster wardrobe. Again, I'm not sure which room. I'm kind of going for the one by the kitchen, honestly. It's a little bit, let me go back in here real quick. Yeah, it's a little bit more kind of wider. Yeah, definitely a little bit more wider. I'm pretty sure same width, going like this way to this way. You have the view, you have the, the fresh air. And, it's just me. So I think I might choose this one. Anywho, so absolutely beautiful property. Again, it's a lot larger in person when you get here. I was kind of wandering around for the first 10 minutes. I was like, oh, wow, okay. Around this corner is this. Around this corner is that. So again, 1 shower, dual sink, 1 toilet with a sink, 3 closets, washing machine, 2 bedrooms, pretty adequate kitchen as far as like all the serving stuff. Like how they have the French press. They do need paper towels and more hand towels. Now that I'm on their 3rd property, it would just be nice if they would do that. And it would be nice if they could provide more Nespressos as well. Yes, you can go buy them, but it would be nice if they would leave a box behind. Now, coming back to the kitchen really quickly, just a little bit of junk olive oil, non-organic. They do have some pepper and some salt as well. So again, sometimes people leave things behind and they leave it for other guests, and other times they take them with them. Or the cleaners are like, swoops, we'll be taking that food, we'll be taking that olive oil, etc. So do keep that in mind. I bring all my stuff because I'm a biohacker and I love to eat healthy and I don't want to, purchase expensive stuff. So I just brought all my Costco stuff. I flew business class, praise the Lord, so I could just load up my luggage, 70 pounds each. I know not all of us can do that, but I was able to book it with miles, so that was a blessing right there. Alrighty, what a treat. What a treat. Love the lighting, love the view. We're going to get some better views. We're going to talk more about this property as we just dive into this place. We're going to be here for 8 nights. It's going to be an absolutely incredible time. We got to figure out if we're going to do dinner here. I think I need some more veggies though. I do need to go to the store. So let me go ahead and bring my stuff up and figure that out for tonight. Also, while I'm thinking about it, I loved one of the pictures. I love the open concept of just like chilling on the couch, coming here, working, of course, on this side, moving these place settings out of the way, literally open laptop, editing right here while you're literally looking at that view right there. Absolutely incredible. And then moving over here, coffee in the morning, but probably not, to be honest with you. Probably just like 7 Summits and Savoy, literally taking my breakfast, coffee, and sitting where the view is. If it's a nice morning, of course, outside, as I see people just walking by the front area, they walked into town for dinner and they're walking back, man. Absolutely. That's what I love about Europe, man. You could just walk, people walk instead of driving. I mean, I should say the same thing, but I'm probably going to drive to the grocery store. So at this property, just like Savoy, they need reusable shopping bags like 7 Summits had. That would be really nice as well. And then the measuring cups and paper towels is the only thing I can think of right now. Other than that, it's pretty stocked up really nicely. Okay, and something I just thought of also while I'm making dinner is there is no Tupperware at all. So not even plastic Tupperware. You could get creative with maybe some items. These are my seeds I brought, like maybe the salad spinner. You could put something in there. It does have a lid on it, so you can get kind of maybe a little creative. Go buy some paper towels and go ahead and just or saran wrap and go ahead and use that. But unfortunately, no Tupperware of any kind. So giving you a little heads up on that one. So if you do have leftovers, which I typically do when I do cook myself, again, saran wrap and bowls would probably be your best bet. So just obviously use, the bowls and then put saran wrap on top, which I might be doing that myself. Also, if you are wondering, the markets close down very, very early. Like I think the market closed at 12:30 p.m., like all the markets in town. So Sundays, it just shuts down early. So that's why I never went out to the market. But tomorrow they're open in Chamonix till about 7:30. And then the one in La Zouche is open till 8 p.m. The one I went to before, which is only, a very short drive out of Chamonix proper, but closer to me where I am in this Airbnb now. Okay, a little life hack for you here. Definitely bring food to a foreign country in your checked-in bag, of course. Sure, you could just go out to dinner if you really wanted to, but I mean, by the time I got off the mountain and cleaned up, most of these places are closed already. Let me kick up my tea a little bit, heating up some nice little tea here, because you don't know exactly what you can get. So I'm definitely glad I brought a whole thing of Costco tuna, organic olive oil, absolutely a must. You're like, Chris, that's a little over the top. Well, I did have the opportunity to bring a lot of luggage with me. And again, you're learning. Sometimes you just go on a whim, but hey, definitely glad I shopped. Now, if you can, what you could do, a little hack for you, you could put Tupperware, glass Tupperware, and then put your socks in there and then wash it. And then you have Tupperware while you're at the Airbnbs. And the reason I think most about this kind of stuff is because I don't really go out to eat. I mean, I definitely want to go out at least a couple times, but that's not guaranteed either. I could just make some really sweet stuff in here. I am going to cook my butternut squash tonight to have it tomorrow, and I'll just put it on a plate
or a bowl. I'll dig it out while it's hot, put it all in a bowl, and then maybe put a paper towel over it or something like that. I was a little cheap the other night for like €3.50. I should have brought this. I was going to buy this big old roll of paper towels. It was like, clean up stuff, do stuff like that. Still have an Israel avocado, which I'm going to have tonight, as well as an orange. Definitely glad I have a banana as well. And I have another lemon for my lemon water. Also another hack for you, if you're entering in late, like I was when I first checked into Seven Summits in La Zouch, from the lounge. It wasn't organic, but I grabbed like 2 bananas, 2 oranges just to get me over till I went to the supermarket here. That was very, very key. I do miss my berries. I haven't had any berries. I've had everything pretty much normal, except for I haven't been getting my eggs, my protein in with my lunch since I left Seven Summits, and that's been a couple days now. So I need to go pick up more meat. If chicken's going to be expensive, I might just go tuna and meat for the rest of my trip. Maybe one more whole chicken, but I just don't know if it's really worth it. Maybe some fish, but salmon seem pretty expensive as well. All right, it is dinner time. I'm gonna eat some dinner, relax a little bit, unpack. It's only 8:15 right now, probably 3 hours, bedtime. We'll give it a go, but I'll be back with you. Oh, I love the lighting in here. Absolutely love it. You do have to be a little careful with your neighbors, and you get a little echo right through the pitch right here, because it just doesn't bounce off anything. I did notice that. But you do have to be a little careful with your neighbors, especially sliding. People, like when they get up, they just push their chairs back and just grind those chairs. And that's what you can hear in apartments and condos. So you can hear some chairs or the bar stools going back. Again, not that big of a deal, but when you're not used to it, just letting you know, because this is a review video. I can hear downstairs for some oddball reason. I'm just definitely glad there's no clamoring up above. So that's really awesome in my regards. But I will need to be a little bit careful of getting up, sliding back, Obviously, like I just heard that from downstairs, and it's around dinner time. People are getting up and shuffling a little bit, but I'll probably be sleeping with my sound machine just in case. Thank you, Lord, for this food. Okay, good news. The folks that live right behind the units, there's nobody there. There's no lights on at all. So that must be a wintertime house for somebody else. So they are definitely not there. But again, draw the shades if you're concerned about that. And actually, it's such nice weather. I just had this cracked. I just didn't want to talk too loud. And I'll go ahead and crack that after I'm done talking. It's about 9:26 right now, and we're looking absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and plug away and figure out what I'm doing for tomorrow, as well as do some squats and push-ups. I know I got a full day of snowboarding in, but I need to do my push-ups and my squats and get that underway. Maybe some tricep chair dips. I do feel like relaxing a little bit, so if I do it, not going to be very long. One more set. A little bit longer workout than I thought. I love doing these 2 days. Snowboarding, then getting a lift in. You got to get creative. A stool seat, a coffee table, stone top, decline push-ups, body weight exercises will get the job done. Weights, I love weights. But Herschel Walker got ripped from just body weight exercises. You can do plenty of stuff. Tricep dips, all sorts of push-ups, narrow, regular, wide. Tricep push-ups like this. If your luggage is super heavy, I could have left it packed and like bench pressed. Tricep, all sorts of stuff. In 2002, when my buddy and we literally would like shoulder raise like our bags and stuff like that. I have a couple backpacks. You could load it up with a bunch of stuff, oatmeal and all my nuts and jars, and just I'll probably wind up doing that for another workout if I don't go to the Richard Bonson gym. Unfortunately, it got pretty bad reviews on Google. There is a gym, but it's kind of small. It's like the only gym in town too. And people are complaining it's kind of older weight. Others are like, hey, I got my workout done. I'm good to go. Others others are like, man, the staff, well, mostly the bad reviews are of the staff. They just kind of like don't care about foreigners, don't allow you to wear flip-flops into the pool area, So anyway, the reviews on Google aren't very good, but people thrive, like 5 stars for the pool when it's swimmable in the summertime. You could probably swim it right now, but people are like, man, swimming in the pool was so awesome, the outdoor pool, because it's like, da-da, right there. They do have a track as well if you want to run some laps. We are going to go over there. All right, I need to get my next set done.